Ah, there I am. Test, 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 test. Is my audio gonna work? There I am. Okay. Oh, wow. It's a bit of a delay, but there I am. Just gotta hold off for a second to see if I hear myself. Test, test. Is my audio gonna work? There I am. Okay. Oh, wow. It's a bit of a delay, but there I am. Just gotta hold off for a second to see if I hear myself. Test. I can be heard. So don't go much higher than that. It's a bit of a delay, but there I am. Just gotta hold off for a second to see if I hear myself. I can be heard. So don't go much higher than that. It's a bit of a delay, but there I am. Hold off for a second to see if I hear myself. I can be heard. So don't go much higher than that. Delay, but there I am. Test, 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 test. Gotta give it like 5 minutes so that I can tell. Test, 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 test. Must be my computer's volume being incredibly low. Gotta give it like 5 minutes so that I can tell. Test, 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 test. Yeah, I think I can live with that. All right. Welcome. Computer's volume being incredibly low. I seem to be peaking the microphone somehow. Let's see what happens. So tell. Test, 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 test. Yeah, I think I can live with that. All right. Welcome. Computer's volume being incredibly low. Oh, right. The microphone somehow. I clapped. That's what did it. All right. It's time to do pause. Let's put the pause on that. All right. Let's send that to all interested parties. Wait, what? That's not a link. The most thrilling part of the stream. When I summon people to it, and there's just radio silence for moments at a time. All right. All right. Well, now let's get to the fucking point. The gentlemanly time. The time to be gentlemen. Let's fucking go. Last time on Hildebrand Ball Z, there was a beach episode, and we're here at the beach, following up on that. Adjusting myself so that I may stream more comfortably. Alright. That's not the button I wanted to hit. That's not either. Fuck, there it is. There's my cluttered interface. Let's clean that up for you. Alright, there we're going as a Pictomancer. Let's see. 8-armed and dangerous. Maroon, I was wondering when you'd shout up. I've got the latest scoop on the Victor's spoils that our many-faced friend has set his sights on. Oh, you know what? I forgot to test this. Make sure everything's working. Yep, it works okay.
Have you visited the Colosseum of late? There's a tourney in the works, and it's looking to be a big one. The Mithril Cup, sponsored by none other than Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. They say the master, Frygis, will be furnishing the prizes himself from his personal collection. Small wonder it's captured the attention of Mr. Sticky Fingers. You are familiar with the concern, yes? It's only the largest mining interest in the Sultanate, after all. The chairman, Master Frygis, sits on the syndicate and possesses such wealth that rumor has it he could buy half the realm if he had chosen so. He's also renowned for being something of a mineral arts enthusiast. With his position affording him little opportunity to test his own skills, he settles for living vicariously through exploits of others, hence his sponsorship of tournaments like the Mithril Cup. My colleagues Gnilon is in Uldar, covering the tourney as we speak. If we were to track him down, I bet he'd be able to give us something to get our investigation started.
Ah. We are rolling. Rolling. Potato rolling. Alright. Onward to Uldar. We've got to speak with Gnilon. I cannot pronounce half the names in this game. So naturally, I'm just going to look like an idiot most of the time. Also, I don't know how my map works, apparently. I went to Mardona. I needed to go to Uldar. And we're going to the Thaumaturge's Guild. I am an advanced kind of lazy. I will pay to ride the crystal. 5 feet. And I have to budget for that. I had $1 million, but I spent it all. Well, I spent half of it. Alright, let's go. Onward! I didn't get the pattern right. It's supposed to be dash and then sprint. That way I get an extra 4 seconds of sprint.
Yes, I'm a busy man. If you're looking for small talk, I suggest you look elsewhere.
No need to be so rude, Ganelon. He's a friend of mine. Now, what say you share your latest findings with us? I promise I'll make it worth your while. Yeah, that's more like her voice.
Ellie,
If it isn't my Mithril Eye Star reporter, come to have a laugh at the Ganelion's experience before returning to pen your latest front-page feature, eh? Sigh. Oh, very well. Just promise you won't. Just promise you'll put in a good word for me with the higher-ups, okay? Now, let me tell you this. There's strange things afoot at the Colosseum.
Bugger all. It's a travesty, I tell you.
I have no idea who that's going to be. Ah, men. Bare-ass men.
Hotch, Hugh, hey Mo, whatever's the matter?
And where, pray tell, is your Hutchin? I hope Hutchin is pants. The 4 of you will compete for the cup together, yes?
I fear this unfortunate mishap has left Hutchin in no condition to fight. We were just on our way to convey the dire news to Dour Meadow.
Mishap my arse. Was sabotage. Some bloody coward out there will stop at nothing to eliminate his competition. I swear it on my subligar. Lower your voice, Hotch. My head stings enough without your bloody shouting. Ah, there's another one. Hutchin, should you not be resting your wounds? Oh, but forgive your incompetence, unworthy comrade. If I had been quicker with my mantra, we would still be 4 men strong. Do not berate yourself so, Hamo. In victory and defeat, the Mandervilles fight as one. You bear no more responsibility for my wounds than I. Any road, I dare say I not be going back into fighting, fettled by arsing about in the bed. I'm ready to chant some mantras. How about the lot of you? Is this just like a mantra chanting competition? Is that what's going on here? Hutchin, for you I am always ready.
Now that is what I like to hear. 1,000 mantras, and I want each one to ring out over the Sigoli.
Oh, hey! Welcome!
The Mandervilles? Mandervilles? Aye, the Hutchkin tells it. They took their name from a training partner they met at the first of Ralgar, a man they most admire for his devotion and chiseled physique. Oh yeah, we all know who they're talking about. Consider me not the least bit interested. This talk of attack on the competitors, however, of this I would hear more. Ah, yes, I mentioned the strange things were afoot, yes? With mere days left before the Mithril Cup, a staggering number of would-be combatants have withdrawn, citing a host of curious ailments and injuries. With the lists of entrants shrinking by the day, the organizers have been forced to abandon the elimination format in favor of a mass melee between what few battlers remain. The Phantom's Thieves Challenge. Gladiators dropping like flies. No, this is no mere coincidence. I would speak the individual in charge of the event. Where might I find him? Through the concerned sponsors of the tourney, the day-to-day organizational duties are being handled by a fellow by the name of Dower Meadow. He should be in his office within the Colosseum halls. I'll send word to the gateman, Yuyubaya. He owes the Mithril Eye a favor or two. Splendid. Come, Rune, we've got a case to crack. All right. It sounds like we're going to get to talk to yet another potato. Based on that name and that name alone. Won't you be like one of those giant dudes? That's a thing that Hildebrand questline would do. All right. Yuyubaya. He is a potato. It's a very unremarkable potato. From the Mithril Eye, you say? Alright, I'm just going to skip right over that piece of dialogue. It wasn't important. He let me through the gate. That's all I need to surmise. I am Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye, never blinking or seeing. You know the deal, yes? And you must be the Dower Meadow. I was hoping I could ask you a few questions about the upcoming tourney. Who am I to argue with free publicity? And from a charming little thing like yourself, ask away, me girl. That said, between the challenge from the so-called Phantom Thief and now the bizarre attacks targeting the fighters, our tourney is already the talk of the town. Not you'll see me complaining, provided someone's still left to fight, that is. You're free to investigate as you wish, but you'd be smart to exercise some caution. Needless to say, recent events have everyone here a bit on edge. Why, just moments ago, one fighter almost took off another's head for insulting the color of his... I forgot who... Oh. Looks like we've got ourselves another, Those two aren't in the entry books. Yeah. We all know who that is. It's been a long time since I've streamed. Well, I've streamed a little here and there, but it's been a long time since I've done it consistently enough. But yeah, I'm trying to get back into it. And our challenger unleashes a vicious right hook as the gentleman inspector was channeling his strength for his next attack. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Inspector Briargian, as efficient as ever, I see. A true gentleman. A true gentleman. In shoes violets, Inspector. You were thinking. It annoyed me. I think that's what I was doing for his voice. Dower Meadow, I presume. Tell me everything you can about the prize for this tourney, and try to be brief. Was wondering when you might ask. Master Frigerius has spared no expense in making the Mithril Cup the most lucrative tourney in the Colosseum's ever seen. This victor will receive a true treasure from his collection, the Warden's Grace, a ring fitted with the largest sun sphere you'll find outside a Karn. The second and third prizes are nothing to sneeze at neither. But I don't care how many faces he's got. We've nothing to fear from this thief. The concern has hired an elite regiment of stone torches to watch over the vault day and night. Yes, just as the brass blades were so successful in stopping the thief last time. If you want your treasure safe, go fetch them and bring them to me. And be quick about it. I haven't all day.
Yeah.
Fear I can't do that, Inspector. After all, what proof do I have that you aren't Mr. Many-Faces in another of his elaborate get-ups? No, if you want to get your hands on the spoils, you have to claim them as any other would in battle. As a matter of fact, what with the ranks thinned as they are, we've actually been recruiting new competitors. The more the merrier, and the more lucrative at that.
Yeah, one stream at a time, exactly.
Now, where do our receptionists get off to? Over here? Over here? Ye slimy bugger. I've got some fresh blood for the melee.
Give me a moment, will ya? I've only got 8 arms. It's what's-his-face? Ultros, I think it was. Slobbering cephalopod. You called? I was about to give a lonely Miss Oliva a grand tour. I can do better than that. Inspector Hildebrand, look! He's purple!
Astute as ever, Noshu. This color, this overabundance of appendages, I smell a case. Ah, that's my receptionist, Ultros. Don't be startled now. He's an ugly little bugger, but he's friendly enough. Word has it he's one of the many bizarre creatures born from the recent experiments with ancient incantations at the Thaumaturgus Guild. They were going to seal him away in a hole in the desert with the others when he opened his slobbering mouth and started pleading for his life. I just want to live in peace. I'll do anything. Anything. So the management hired him to perform odd jobs around the Colosseum.
And am I ever glad they did. I tell you, this job ain't glamorous, but it sure had its perks. What a delicious morsel. I want to get my tentacles around her. Alright, Ultros, chill.
I know not who you are or where you hail from, but I do not care. If you dare challenge me, my Tempest Blade will show you no mercy. You can forget about your case, Inspector. There is only one who claimed the victor's spoils, and that's me.
Oh, I just love the way she talks, though. Now, who's the chump who wanted to get pummeled by my lovely little Avi? Why is everyone looking at me?
Though a gentleman takes far more pride in rescuing fair damsels than fighting them, I fear we have little recourse. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall do what needs to be done to... Maroon Egro will be entering the tournament on my behalf. Maroon Egro, yeah, you do look like an Egro. You do look like an Egro. Well, bugger me with a spear to think that I'd see the day when the warrior light stood in my Colosseum. Hear that clink, clink, clinking? That's the sound of gil poured into coffers when the public finds out that the true Eorzean hero will be stepping into the ring to fight for the Mithril Cup. Oh, I reckon your friend can tag along too. Show him where to sign, Ulti. With Maroon, I suppose we have as good a chance as any. Now we just need to make sure that he doesn't come down with some curious injury.
They can try.
That gladiatrix, Avila, was it? It seems quite certain her chances at victory. Suspiciously certain, I would say. I am already 10 steps ahead of you, Inspector. That Ultros fellow seems most knowledgeable about Miss Avila. Come, Nashu. The investigation is afoot. As much as that sounds like an amazingly productive line of investigation, I might suggest that our first priority is to keep Maroon here safe. Let us return to the Ganelon and see what else he can tell us of these mysterious attacks on the combatants. Very well, I shall leave that task to you. I have a lead on my own investigation. Should you uncover any new information, I trust you will share it with me at the first opportunity. Sure. And there's Caveman, passing out! I have the perfect emote for this. Hold still, Caveman. Where is it? I saw it earlier. Take a picture of the crime scene. Hold still. Perfect. I did it. I took a crime scene photo. Alright. Yeah, they gave us a new emote. I'm always down for new emotes. Let's see, where are we going? Back the way I came, why don't I? Let's see if I can get back there without getting lost. That wasn't the stream being weird, by the way. I just have the hiccups. In case, you know, you need the clarification. Alright. You, Ken, I've already told you... What? Entered the tourney, you say? Are you out of your bleeding mind? Look, I've got a suspicion or two, which I am happy to share with you, but in the end, you have to protect yourself, you hear? So, I've been asking around, and it seems that more than a few of the fighters who pulled out of the tourney were scheduled to fight the warrioress by the name of Avila. Now, I can't make any promises, but my instincts tell me that this girl is bad news. But don't take it from me, when you can hear it from someone who's crossed blades with her just days ago. A fellow by the name of Raging Rat had the misfortune of being matched up with Avila in the preliminary round and earned himself a right bruising from it all. Last I heard, he was resting up back at the Pugilist Guild. Why don't you pay him a visit? He's the guy with the black eye. Alright. Where is the Pugilist Guild? The Pugilist Guild is that way. Onwards to Pugily. Hey, Raging Rat, how you doing? You feeling any better? I hear that Avila lady's got a mean left hook and a right hook. Come to have a good laugh at old Raging Rat's expense, have you? Well, you're not the first. I say it's not a man in this entire realm as an ounce of sympathy. Greetings, good sir. How fortunate you are today that your guest is Hildebrand Manderville, gentleman and an inspector. Now, if you would, please enlighten me to how exactly it was that you were beaten to a bloody pulp by Miss Avila. Gentlemen, my arse, have you no wit or decency? Never you mind. Look, the records may say I lost, but I'll admit nothing of the sort. I'll shout at the top of my lungs if no one else will. The girl doesn't fight fair. Tempest played some kind of foul sorcery, if you ask me. Mark my words, that girl's up to no good. If she weren't so damned easy on the eye, she'd be rotting a gull as we speak. The girl's Alamegan, or haven't you heard? You know how it is with those refugees. They fight with honor, and you got nothing to lose. Yes, and why not disparage the entire people in a poetic attempt to salvage your sorry pride? This one's a real piece of work, Maroon. Let us be on our way. I didn't mean no offense, miss. Just telling it like it is, as it were.
Perhaps it truly is some manner of sorcery, as the fellow says. Or perhaps he works with an accomplice.
She doesn't strike me as the magic-wielding type. If I were a betting woman, I'd put my gill on the latter. Ah, Miss Illy, the thrill of the chase has struck a chord with you, as well. Yes, I see it has wrinkles beneath your eye. I can see it in the wrinkles beneath your eyes. We might very well make an inspectress of you yet. I'll give you a good wrinkle, you insensitive boor. If we are if what the man says here is true, it's likely that her fellow Alamegans might sympathize with her plight. An accomplice would be hardly out of the question. Yes, I can see it now. Two unfortunate souls, shunned by those around them, united by destiny and common desire for justice. Ample appendages whirling wildly, sending gusts of wind flying every which way. Avila and Yulti, a match made in the heavens. Were it any more obvious, I could have solved this case without leaving my home.
Incredible! Your powers of deduction never fail to amaze, Inspector.
What is it with you two and that infernal octopus? He's purple. Mr. Ultros should still be in the Colosseum. Let us hurry before he slithers back off to whensoever he came.
Should we follow him or? All right. Well, I best be going too. Doing the squat thrusts, I see. Very good, caveman. Get your exercises. It's very good to stay active. Let's see. Let's go to the Gladiators Field. Where is the nearest? It's right behind me. It's probably like 2 feet away. But this is slightly closer, so this is the direction I'm going. Ah, yes, those bots are hard at work. The Gladiators Guild. It's Ultros, but we're not looking for Ultros. We're looking for Hildebrand. Hildebrand is looking for Ultros.
Shh, friend, look over yonder. Behold those exquisite legs, those stylish tentacles, the unearthly undulation of the squishy body. Yes, our friend Ulti is the most fascinating creature indeed. Behold how he carefully eyes the gladiatrix before him. What manner of mischief is he plotting? He speaks! Yes, it's almost suspicious indeed.
Yep, there was sure a lot of bounding there.
Oh, what is this? The girl has fled in a panic. Our friendly Ulti appears to be discouraged. Look at the way his shoulders sag, or how they would sag if he had shoulders. Our quarry is on the move. Quickly, Nashu, we must pursue.
June, just got some. Getting your exercise. Man, you're going to be absolutely fucking swole by the time we're done here. Do the kids still say swole? Or do they say yolked now? Like an egg. Or cooked. Every slang word lately is cooked. You're going to be cooked when you're done. Mr. Ulti seems to have found himself another gladiatrix. What might he be plotting this time? Look at those succulent legs. I reckon they'd taste wonderful if in a good marinara sauce. Marinara sauce. Oh, he's speaking. And another girl rushes off. Whatever did he say to her? He looks so sad. Shall we douse him in lemon butter and put him out of his misery, Inspector? Whatever he's doing with these girls Whatever is he doing with these girls anyway?
Call me crazy, but I think he likes them?
Yeah, that seemed pretty clear from the get-go.
I can't obtain any rewards.
Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I don't think it's going to matter, like, right now, but that's not what I need. Maybe art. I need to make sure I'm wearing this ring. Hildebrand is contemplating the implications of Ultros' behavior. Ultros? Yeah, Ultros looks pretty cool.
Poor misunderstood Ultri. Here we suspected him of criminal activity, when in truth he was just a gentle soul lucklessly in love. Oh, Ulti, can you find it in your squishy, slimy heart to forgive us? Yes, yes, now perhaps we should return to our investigation. If Avila is as suspicious as they say, perhaps we should follow her around for a bit. Dalmetto, back at the Colosseum, should be able to enlighten us about her whereabouts. An excellent idea, Miss Ellie, but I have a better one. Let us return to the Colosseum and speak with Dalmetto. For him, we shall ascertain Miss Avelia's whereabouts, upon which we shall follow her about to see if she is indeed as suspicious as they say. Come, Nashu, the investigation calls.
Onward to crime. Don't think Uncle Ulti doesn't see you following me. What's the big idea, huh? I'm nothing more than a stupid octopus. Or am I?
Can't figure out what the fuck voice to do for this guy.
Come on, now that I want what any octopus wants, a cute girl, untold riches, and the admiration of millions. Can't Uncle Ulti dream? Well, kids, hate to ink and run, and then again, I am an octopus.
Oh, that voice hurts somehow. It's not even a good one.
Here's an octopus. Maybe if I throw a little bit of that could work. That sounds good, yes. It's gotta have a lisp, right? You know, something like this. I think it'd work with that.
It's kind of like Tribor, but gravelly.
Oh, yes. I have 2 money compasses. Does it get confusing? Yes. Yes, it does.
Oh, I love Final Space. It's criminal it didn't get a 4th season? 4th season, yeah. It didn't get the finish. Really sucks it didn't finish.
Yes, what is it this time? I am a busy man. Looking for a villa, you say. She said something about sharing a flagon with her countrymen over at the Coffer and Coffin. I reckon you might still find her there. I warn you, though, if you're smart, you'll keep your distance from that one. That poor bugger Ganelon tried to interview her for an article, though the girl was going to rip... I thought the girl was going to rip his head off clean. How can I put this? She doesn't seem to take kindly to being asked questions of a personal nature, if you catch my drift. That said, if you're looking for a good sparring match or to warm you up for the tourney, that might be just the ticket. I can assume you there will be no need for gratuitous fisticuffs, my good sir. With my remarkable powers of espionage, we will ascertain all the information we need, without the fire lass even being alerted to our presence. Let us be off.
Oh, I cannot wait to see what Hildebrand's disguise is. Alright, let's see, where am I going? Oh, the coffer and... Oh, yeah, that's that place where you get the car. I hate this one. Yeah! The hot dog. This is one of my favorites. Oh, I was hoping we'd wear a disguise. Last time he wore a dress. It was really funny.
Behold, lovely Miss Avila, just as predicted. Let us keep watch from here, so as not to set off the girl's feigned temper.
How many times must I tell you? There is no cause for concern. The spoils shall be mine. It may as well be written stone. Do you not realize what this means? We've suffered for long, but my victory shall mark a new era, just as Rauban Eldian won a new life for himself at the Colosseum. I shall win a new life for our people. The prize that I shall claim will bolster the wealth of our people 1,000, no, 10,000-fold. In a land where wealth is power, we will be kicked to the gutter by the Uldonians no longer. And with that, I must be off to the Nanawa mines to meet my sister.
Well, she just seems as confident in victory as always. Miss Avaya's self-assurance is as ever a sight to behold. I deduce that my own chances of felling her on the field of battle are infinitesimal. I could have told you that before you signed up. Come now, we have a suspect to pursue.
It's Ultroth. Trying to steal Avelia from Uncle Uncte's tentacles, are you? I'm afraid that isn't going to happen. Yes, Uncle Uncte's homemade explosives will see how this is the end of the road for you. Does that make me a bad octopus? I certainly hope it does.
Ah, the distinctive smell of fire sand. Another one of our handcrafted explosives, I take it now, Zhu?
Heavens no, Inspector. This is far too elaborate to be one of mine. Do you think whoever crafted this would be willing to give me a lesson?
They're on to me. Preposterous. Could it be the musclehead isn't as stupid as he looks?
Very classy. I see. In any event, I shudder to think of what might happen if an unsuspecting passerby chanced upon such a hazardous object. Allow me to heave. Ho!
I just like to think that took him no effort whatsoever.
You gotta be kidding me!
That voice hurts even more now that I gave it weird bit of gravel, but I like it better.
Gotta hydrate the old pipes.
All the way up there. If I go to the crystal, it's only gonna take me it's only gonna save me 2 minutes. It would probably take longer to load than it would be to just fly over it. I can fly higher. My mount can fly as high as it wants. Where am I going? Are we spying on what's-her-face? Do you think she could see this giant glowing bird that's up in the sky? Nonsense, they're everywhere.
That maiden in mining garb must be the sister of whom Miss Avaya spoke. Let us listen a bit closer.
I thought we agreed. No hard labor until your leg is healed, I swear. Sometimes I think you were born solely to give your poor sister headaches. Says the girl who once fought off 10 Imperials with one good arm. Perhaps someday you'll understand that your little sister can take care of herself just as well as you. Speaking of which, what news of the tourney? Worry not, Helena. I'll have taken all of the necessary precautions. The Warden's grace is as good as ours. Even as the most modest estimate value, it is worth at some 30 million gil. Do you realize what this means? Necklaces from shtames, sun-silk dresses, all the luxuries you'll ever want will be yours. The poor little girl in shabby clothes, object of pity and scorn for the Uldon upper crust. Those days are over. After I claim victory, we will take our rightful place at the top of society. I don't know, Abby. Wealth is all well and good, but When I see you stand tall in the Colosseum, hundreds and thousands cheering your name, I am proud. No matter how humble our birth, if we stand strong and stand together, this alone is all the wealth I ask.
That is your problem, Hegelina. You've always been too quick to settle for less than you're worth. But worry not, for your sister is watching over you. I will do this, for us. Now I must return. God forbid one of those prying reporters overhears us. God forbid one of them just happens to be 10 feet away listening in on our conversation.
That's my Abby, unfazed by a duel to the death, yet terrified to be caught in a moment of tenderness. May the gods smile upon you, sister, and be safe.
The moving display of sisterly love I have not seen, and yet I fear it has afforded us little in the way of prospective clues. It would seem Avelia's obsession with victory runs even deeper than we imagined. That said, I can't help but feel a bond with the girl. My sister and I were alone in the world too, you see.
Inspector, did you hear what I just heard?
Look, kid, Uncle Ulti is headed up to here with you. Do you think you could just fall in this pit and die like a good little boy? I take it you can. I'm talking to you, Mr. Warrior of Light. Heard that sound? Just one step closer. Closer.
Of course it was Hildebrand who fell in.
No, you. Not you, you idiot.
Him. No need for concern, friends. I've simply taken the liberty of investigating this hole in the ground, and I am pleased to report that there seems to be nothing out of the ordinary.
Oh, our hero. Now shall we return to Uldar? The Mithril Cup will be starting before long, and the last thing we want, after all, is for this loser, to lose our bout by the forfeit.
Could it be? Did that mufflehead drive straight into my trap that saveth companions? The other seemed completely unsurprised at the turn of events. Doubtly, he hath performed such a selfish act before. A true gentleman, if I ever saw one. But if you think that means I'm going to show mercy on you, you got another thing coming. Time to break out the big guns, kids.
How'd that voice hurts to do?
Wait a minute, I dug 2 pits, didn't I? Come to think of it, the second one was right around. Give me a break.
God, I wouldn't put so much gravel in it if I knew he had so much fucking dialogue.
The voice hurts to do.
Maybe I drink some water before I do it? Whatever. Hey, what's up, caveman? What's up, caveman's car? Where am I going? I'm going over here. I do love flying from point A to point B. What do you mean I can't fly any higher? I'm literally descending. I'll find it eventually, don't worry. Where the hell am I going? Oh, here he is. Hildebrand, what are you doing here?
Yes, is something the matter? We're on something of a tight schedule here, Inspector. Stand back, Miss Daly. My well-honed inspector senses are tingling. I feel a most fearsome adversary lurking about.
He senses Ultros. And his big Ultros bumps. I probably just see him out of the corner of my eye and just don't give a shit.
This time you're really up the creek without a paddle, kids. I got rid of the gravel. I'm kidding.
Think! Gotta flex my brain muscles.
Say hello to this not-so-little friend of mine from the Coliseum. He's large, he's in charge, and most of all, he's hungry. Any second now? Where in the world is he? I haven't got all day. There needs to be more jowly. Ah, it's Godbert Manderville. I love Godbert and his just insatiable need to kill things. He does not. He's purple, of all things. My Chimera, who is a half-naked fool?
Father, could it be that that the aura of unmitigated murderous rage that I felt was not out of not our quarry, but you? Hildy, it was merely taking a stroll in search of inspiration from the materials for my newest masterpiece into making. And what brings you and your friends to these parts anyway? Just a bit of sleuth work, father dear, and with that we must return to Uldar. If you have not heard, your son's set to compete for the Mithril Cup. What? Oh, moonlighting as a gladiator, are we? A fitting second career for a Manderville man, if I do say so myself.
That muscle-bound man, the inspector's father, remind me never to go to that one family reunion.
That's the voice I was looking for. I just gotta pinch my cheeks. It hurts slightly less than my cheeks when it does my throat.
Who is this instructor anyways?
Hildy is a worthy rival if there ever was one.
Who goes there?
Ah, it's him. It's, what's his name? I forgot what his name was, but he talks like this. Hildy, Maroon, I have been waiting for this day. I don't think they can hear me from over here.
Well, look what we have here. You're quite an intimidating gent yourselves. A friend of the inspector, perhaps.
Yeah, that's a lot easier on my throat.
I am Gilgamesh, wandering toolist, and I am not so much the inspector's friend as I am his enemy.
Well, that makes two of us. Perk up, Gulliver, cause this might just be our lucky day.
Nobody ever pronounces Gregory's name properly.
Is there no one in this accursed realm who can remember my... call me what you will, friend, but heed my words. Maroon is formidable foe.
It sounded like high praise coming from a big fellow like yourself. You have such powerhouses as sidekick. The inspector must be something else indeed.
That's a fun voice to do. I kind of look forward to hearing Alteros talk.
I know that not brings you to the weather with those two, but I warn you, you will end up as seafood soup in the face of Demilone. And with that, I must be off, for reasons that I do not entirely understand. I am considered something of a fugitive in these parts. Maroon, I will not fall so easily this time. Come, my pottery wife.
Well, it looks like I've got my legs full, all 8 of them, but if that adventurer's too strong to take on alone, I'll just have to bring along a friend.
What is that thing is all about? I wonder how it would taste in syrup. A surprisingly twisting ring calling to my mind the undulations of a creature of the sea. Yes, inspiration has struck, yes. Come to Godbert.
Nobody's here with us ugly parts.
I think Severity is looking for us octopi. Look forward to your next life as a masterpiece, my friend.
Wait, yeah, perfect. Nothing like that muffled scream of a part where you should be yelling, but you know you can't. And you run me over with your car yet again, caveman. Yet again, I am roadkill. Alright, let's go to this next area. Yes, we can be in a party. Alright, but it's gonna have to wait until I teleport because I missed the invitation. Well, let's go. There we go. Now I got my sprint loop all good. Hildebrand.
Good heavens, chancing upon father like that. I dare say it's taken a year off my life. Quite a crowd has assembled. It would seem the festivities are nigh about to commence. I had hoped to uncover more of Miss Avelia's secrets, but no matter. What better place to continue my investigation than on the field of battle?
Yee.
Good heavens! We haven't much time before the tourney begins. We must hasten back to the Colosseum and appraise ourselves on the rules of engagement. To a true gentleman, the battle is not about victory or defeat, but fighting with honor. Whatever treachery or guile my opponents may employ, I will not lower myself to their level.
Alright, to the Colosseum. You got a Colosseum. Huh. I see. I don't see. No, I see. He's right here. Okay, cool. I don't know my way around to I've only been playing this game for like a decade or so. I'm still new. I'm still learning.
Depends on the head, chipped teeth of my one shabby looking octopus, I tell ya. They don't pay me enough for this shit. Well, that's all going the same shit, isn't it, buddy?
Ah, Master Ultros. It's just the octopus we were looking for. I was hoping that you might enlighten us as to, ye cats, what have you got to those ghastly bruises?
Bruises? I fell down some stairs, that's all. Now get lost. I'm a busy octopus.
Ouch. You have my sympathies, good sir. It's a challenge enough to coordinate volumes, let alone 8. Is there someone inside that office?
No, whatever gave you that idea? I'm simply, fumigating the place for pests. Pests like yourself. Now get the fuck out of here.
Inspector, I think something alive in there.
Tiny myself. Yeah, God, working on a reception.
Battered, bruised, and best by vermin, and still able to find joy and fulfillment in your work. I say, Master Ultros, your passion for your chosen profession is truly an inspiration to us all. Maroon, if you would come with me for the moment, I fear the stupidity in the air may be contagious.
Browdian. Took me forever to get his name right.
Well, has your investigation borne any fruit?
Ow. Dick. Ow. Stop!
I see. Avila seeks to win the tournament and claim the fortune to raise her and her sister out of poverty. Furthermore, she has implied that she has taken the necessary precautions to ensure that her victory is all but certain. While trailing her, you narrowly evaded a series of dastardly obstacles, and upon your return, the strange octopus appeared considerably worse for the wear. The evidence point in one direction. The Alamigan girl and Ultros are plotting together to claim the Mithril Cup and its lucrative prize. It is not as preposterous as it sounds. I have done some research on our eight-legged fiend. It would appear that Ultros has become something of a regular at Uldal's taverns and houses of pleasure. I suspect that he is using his inside knowledge of the workings of the Colosseum to identify and eliminate potential threats, thereby ensuring victory for Avela and earning himself a healthy commission. There is also the matter of the Tempest Blade, that is rumored to be the source of the Alamigan's girl's strength. This remains a mystery, which means that I fear your life is still in danger, Maroon. One of the guards informed me that several crates of refuse from the Colosseum reception room were hastily discarded in the Pearl Lane not a bells ago. It's a stab in the dark, but the contents may yet provide some answers. I would ask you to bring them to me.
Alright, let's go find some shit. It's all the way on the other side of Old Dawn. I'm gonna have to take the crystal there, and it's gonna take mere moments, because there's a crystal there already. Squid boy. Alright. Oh, hell yeah. Colosseum shit. Pearl Lane Colosseum refuse. I refuse to do this mission. This mission. Phew. Yoo-hoo. If only I hadn't wasted my one and only sprint. I could at least, like, have the cooldown timer when you're in cities where you can't have a mount. Ugh, absolute rubbish. No, I don't want you swindling wares. He sells fake wine. You think it's wine, but really it's just dirt in a bottle. Or some kind of snake oil. Snake wine. Doesn't taste very good. It's made of snakes. They don't ferment well.
Well, let me see what you've found.
I found these. I found some snake wine.
Now, what have we here? Ah, yes, a spectacular assortment of innards and entrails, and oh, what's this? A sack, even more foul-smelling than the gore it was lying in. If that can be believed, and look here, something appears to be written on the side. Sithgard Sundries. It would seem this merchant has had dealings with a squishy mass of tentacles. Let us pay a visit to the man and have him enlighten us as to the exact nature of their partnership.
Let's go to... all the way back over there again? God damn it. I have to keep teleporting all over yonder. Sintgott.
Welcome, welcome. What might a discerning gentleman like yourself be looking for today?
I found this sack. I'm told to hand it to you.
I'm sorry, sir, but if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. No exchanges, replacements, or refunds. I stand by the quality of my wares, and I expect my customers to do the same. Wait, now did Ultro send you? I'll be asking the questions here. What exactly do you sell to that ungodly creature? Why, an entire sack full of gold truffles. Can you believe it? What, with the impressive price at that, huh? Distinctive aroma. They're only for the most discerning of customers, which Master Ultros clearly is. He just placed another order today. Could these truffles somehow be connected to... No. I shall stop myself before I start sounding like... Inspector Boreadian. Inspector Boreadian. It wounds me that you would sneak off to conduct your investigation without me, and to steal away Maroon here. This gentleman is not impressed. Did you find everything, Inspector? Good gods, what is that dreadful smell? Miss Ellie, I would have expected a cultured young woman like yourself to be more educated in the Epicurean arts. That is the most distinct and delightful aroma of the gold truffle. An acquired taste, to be sure, but one that has won the heart of many Uldan's gourmet. I particularly enjoy them slow-roasted, as my dear mother makes them.
Do we ever get to meet Hildebrand's mother?
Roasted, you say? Why, my mouth's watering just thinking about it. Might I be so bold as to ask the recipe? Why, yes, you take the mushroom, and then you roast it over a fire, and then you eat it. It appears the productive portion of this conversation has come to an end. Besides, the tourney is about to begin. Let us make haste back to the Colosseum.
Alright.
Oh, where am I going? I gotta talk to Briardian. Well, that merchant provided to be a spectacular waste of time. Time which is in short supply. We must return to the Colosseum before the battle begins. Here's the plan, Maroon. I shall find a suitable vantage point to observe Miss Avelia in combat. Until I have ascertained the trickery behind her abilities, you ought to keep a wide berth of her blade. Understood?
I'm a mage, I keep a wide berth of everything. To speak to Dormetto, a guy I gave almost no distinct voice to. What's up, Caveman? Alright.
There you are. I was close to starting the melee without you.
I'm not doing that.
I'd be remiss not to tell you there was a slight change of plans. Another consort suffered a last-minute injury, and none other than our very own Ultros has stepped in to take his place. With everyone's favorite octopus joining you two in the fray, spectators are just pouring in, and bookmakers across town are raking in gil, which ain't a bad thing for us. Word has it that Master Fragus himself is quite taken with my promotional skills. The future's looking bright for old Mallow, is it? So what say? Are you ready to get your arse kicked?
Yes, I'm ready for battle.
Aye, that's what I'd like to hear. Ladies and gents, it's time for blades to whirl and limbs to fly.
Oh, every weird voice I do hurts more and more. I'm out of practice. How come I can't strike a pose? I just gotta stand there.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, plutocrats and paupers, open your eyes and steel your stomachs. The Mithril Cup brought to you by our ever charitable friends at the, Gina and Sons Mineral Concern. The concern is your concern is our concern. It is about to begin.
That could have been his voice the entire time.
Who will stand atop the heap of maimed bodies and twisted limbs to claim victory? Will it be the tempestuous Avelia of Alamigo, Maroon, the famed warrior of light, or who's that grinning fool again? Ah, that's right, Hildebatch, agent of infamy and imbecile extraordinaire.
He got my name wrong.
Or will it be the 11th hour entry, Ultros, the 8-legged purple purveyor of pain?
Swish. I was hoping it'd make a more moist, squishing sound.
Aye, I'd say we have a battle for the ages here, folks. Combatants, take your positions and let the battles begin.
You know that deal, we team up and wipe out the others, and then when it's just the two of us, I'll take a joy, baby.
And you receive your share of the winnings. I've not forgotten our promise.
I'm about to paint. He about to flex.
Oh, look at the Avelia's blade spin. Why, she's a veritable whirlwind of death and destruction out there. They breedin' tough in Alamigo, that's for certain. Oh. You are next.
Thanks for letting me know.
Here we go, ladies and gents. Once my bounty gets with my buddy gets a whiff of these raw truffles, he'll be sneezing up a storm. Nothing like the rich roasted truffles. All this fighting is giving Uncle Oakley an appetite. Is it time for dinner yet?
I will.
Wait a minute, roasted truffles?
Roasted truffles. Braised in savory sauce, just like Mother used to make them. Feel free to have seconds. There's a whole sack full where that came from. Just for you.
That meddling musclehead.
What's taking him so damned long?
This girl the girl's gaze gave it away. Open the gate at once. Okay. I just do what audience members tell me to do.
It's that thing.
I think I'll give it this one, maybe.
What is that monstrosity?
Mr. Typhon, this is your stomach here rumbling. Can I interest you in some roasted truffles, perhaps?
What fascinating friend you have, Oldie. Why, just look at this look at his charming little nose. Is he perhaps suffering from a case of the sniffles? He just touches it. Achoo. And away he goes. Off into the distance. Could it be? Vela's vented tempest blade? Felted tempest blade? It was that monster all along? The girl played us for a fool. They're booing.
Don't look at me. It was all her idea. It's a stupid octopus.
You were the one who approached me, you double-dealing fiend.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just wanted to experience the thrill of battle, you know. For all my work and all. Come on, Dor. Has Uncle Oldie ever lied to you?
Yes, constantly. What did I tell you? I knew there was something fishy about that Alamegan whore. It's a little mean. Alamegans, beggars and brutes, the lot of 'em. We give 'em a home in our lands, and this is the thanks we get. Send her to Garlemald for all I care. Just get her out of my sight before I get sick. Well, that's a little far, but I just want my sister.
I feel the girl, really. My little octopus heart goes out to her, but the rules are the rules right now. If Uncle Ultra is so bold. Maybe so bold. I say we all call off Lumbili and have a final showdown between the three remaining competitors. That would be me, my buddy Typhon, and Maroon here. What do you say, Mr. White?
He is kinda hella gross. Aye, that's what we want to see. Ultros, Ultros, Ultros! That's not what I wanted. Well, this is a most unprecedented turn of events, but who am I to deny the wishes of such a passionate crowd of martial arts aficionados? My cheeks are starting to hurt. The venue, Halatali, the fighters, the tag team of Ultros and Typhus, versus the Warrior of Light, who will be left standing when the storm has settled. Be there or miss a battle for the ages. Ah, Hildy's stuck in the roof. Classic Hildy. Ah, you rude bitch. Now no one's gonna heal me. So, to review, the truffles were to elicit a sneeze from the octopus's oversized crony, which would be positioned so it appears that was coming from the Alamegan girl's blade, allowing the two to sweep away their opponents with ease. No wonder I wasn't able to see it sooner. It's quite possibly the most imbecilic scheme I've encountered in my years of as consulting inspector. At any rate, we have no choice but to trust in your abilities now. Maroon, let us make for Hilalti. I want Super Saiyan. How'd you get Super Saiyan? You bought it. I know full well you bought it. I was there when you bought it. Alright. Now we go all the way to Camp Dryben.
Run, Dreyfus. Camp Dryben. After hours of pinching my cheeks, I hear you talk like that naturally.
Gotta jiggle my cheeks. And not the cheeks you're thinking of. Yes. Well, this tourney turned out to be a right mess. With all the trouble it took preparing consolation prizes for the melee, it looks like we won't be needing them after all. Of course, as long as you're bragging to the spectators, the profit and the profits, I couldn't give a gnat's arse. Yes. Now, I know what you're thinking. 2 against 1 ain't fair, especially when one of the two is the size of a small house, and you're just small. So here's the deal. Why don't you bring along some of your friends for the battle? Let's say 7 of them. That should give them the odds, alright? Just about one other one. Caveman, if you would be so kind as to throw us into the Ultros Typhon fight. Yes. Do it. Do it. Shit! Thank you, Caveman. Ah, yes, that's right. I get the one on the left, you get the one on the left. We did it! We speed ran that shit so hard. And now they're dead. I don't want that. You can have it. So very hard. I couldn't have done it myself. I absolutely could have. But it's more fun with friends. It absolutely is. Good show, Maroon. Your performance has earned us a front row seat at the awards ceremony. This should afford us the perfect vantage point to thwart the thief. Come, let us return to the Colosseum. There is his voice. Colosseum. I would actually go to Ulda. And then I go to the Colosseum. I had to spend so much money. So much of my hard-earned money. You have any idea how many quests and shit on the thing that I gotta sell? I really wish I had thought of what I wanted to say before I said it. That way it would have been a coherent thought. Not Gladiators Field. Gladiators. I tried to gladiate once. It didn't work very well. Not because I'm tiny, I just got bored. I don't like being tank. I should broaden my horizons, as they would say. That was a battle for the ages, but a worthy victor has risen to claim the spoils. And now, let's take a look at the relic that our champion has won. Behold, from the personal vaults of Master Phrygius himself, the Warden's grace, a timeless treasure the likes of which our realm has never seen, one that's earned the attention of Eorzea's most prominent pilferer. Wow, that's what I'm currently wearing, I think. Wait, what? Isn't that what I'm currently wearing? No, I'm wearing the Meteor Survivor or whatever. Above you. Ladies and gentlemen, inspectors and invertebrates, the opening act dragged a little over long. But worry not, the main event is about to begin. Wait, I was going to kind of do a Lupin for his voice. Do kind of a Lupin, kind of like this, yeah. But not very good, and he does not look like he would have that voice. I know that you paid well for your seats here today, but I can assure you that my performance will not leave you disappointed. Now, I invite one and all to sit back and enjoy the show. Yeah, it works. It doesn't fit him at all, but he's gonna have this voice. It's like Lupin, but bad. Vile fiend, mark my words, you have stolen your last treasure. I swear it on the Manderville name. Yoink? Why, that's just not fair. I think not, Hildegard. Ah, see? How do you like it when somebody else fucks up your name? Greg, it is always a pleasure to reunite with an old friend, but your timing truly leaves something to be desired.
You can hear the canned laughter in the background. Oh, this is just stupid. I love it.
Maroon, you bested me once, but not today. I shall have my revenge when I pierce your chest with my spear. Do you not mean you skewer? My spear!
It's a skewer. I love the canned laughter in the background. It's so much fun. The fucking laughter is killing me.
Vile thief, if there is not a shred of honor in you, return my weapon at once.
What are these fucking idiots doing here? Oh ho, it seems we have an unexpected guest. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I fear attendance at today's performance is invitation only. Click.
Oh.
He can produce mushrooms with a snap of his fingers.
Now it's raining truffles. But the kettle's already. Wait a second. Mr. Typhon, just a moment. I'm sure I have a tissue here somewhere.
Ow. Probably didn't even need to read that. The ring that I'm currently wearing. Made by Master Godbert himself. Nice. Don't they become friends in the next arc, if I remember correctly, of which I might not?
Alas! Alas and alack! The ring sails straight into the hands of the fiend.
It's just like he's still waiting for it.
You're up so soon. Give up so soon, Avi. That sounds like the words of a Manderville man.
I know those legs. This arc is grand. I love it. Why is your hands like that? How does he look so relaxed?
But of course, brilliant, father. If the ring won't come to me, then I shall go to the ring. Why, it'll be just like Dalamud.
That is correct. Hildebrand, Heliodor Maximilian Manderville. He says his name. Skyward as only a Manderville can.
Tally-ho!
And he missed.
Father, you do not know your own strength.
That is a fair point.
To be a gentleman is to exist in extreme comfort at all times.
$997, $998, $990. What is that exercise? Are they doing kamehamehas? Just cardiac kamehamehas? Oh. Oh. Hey, it's the chicken. And it's got a skewer.
Kashmoosh.
Why, if it doesn't come full circle.
Do they just stand there and argue for like an hour? Cool. These legs, they look strangely familiar.
Put a little too much spin on such nice seams. Not exactly as planned, but who can argue with results? Save for one thing, this ring is a fake. You can have it back, I don't give a shit. I will take it. But no matter, I have a feeling this will lead me to the true treasure. Until next time, friends, you've been the most attentive audience.
The key! But bloody hells. Guards, seize that fiend at once!
What are they going to do from all the way down here? He's all the way up there. Oh, there they are. The guards. They're seizing. And he's gone. Ugh, do I have to kill that?
I hate it when they do that.
Again!
It's too late, sir. The second prize, the ring of inquiry, it's gone. Second prize? What is the meaning of this? You mean this, ring of inquiry? Many-faced fiend or no, the man has spoken true. The Master Goldsmith's eyes cannot be deceived. The Sun Sphere is clearly a second-rate replica. Preposterous. It's just a dim lighting, yes. If you'll just step over here. They boo you. Have you taken ill, friend? It seems to be you seem to be perspiring most heavily. But let's not be hasty, friends. I can explain. Guards, seize him.
Ah, she has the real one. I'm guessing.
I sold out my honor, joined forces with that odious octopus, all for false treasure. What a fool I've been. What was I thinking? Do not berate yourself so, Miss Velia. Why, it's exactly as you said, was it not? You were thinking of your dear Higilina, nothing more. I suppose I was at that. How do you know my sister's name? I assure you, young miss, under no circumstances did I tell you to the none of our minds to eavesdrop on your intimately personal dialogue with your beloved sister. Ah. You have the right of it. Blinded by the prospect of fortune and fame, I lost sight of myself and what I was truly fighting for. My honor and my sister's trust will not easily be regained, but I will not shrink from the challenge. One mystery still remains. Before the thief had identified the ring as a fake, he had already acquired the key to the storeroom. Clearly, the second prize, the Ring of Inquiry, was his target from the start. But why? There must be some pattern to the items this fiend has stolen. A pattern to betray his true intentions. The treaty blade. Assume as virtue. The Ring of Inquiry. All relics with quite a history. Or, to be more precise, relics from the era of Bladins. Oh, if that is so, the answer is clear as day. The fiend means to found Eorzea's greatest museum of Billiardier's history, pushing up the pieces and gouging honest men out of their hard-earned coin. Doubtless another one of his cards will appear at the scene to tell us just as much. Oh, I love it when the cards show up. Right? Right.
Wow.
Oh, it's really big. Umber just blew it over with a breath. This is grand. Oh, he's dead. Damn, Nashu. He squished them both. I love how they both somehow always get injured by the same card. It's pretty great. I love it. I win this round. I've enjoyed our little game, but all good things must come to an end. I shall claim the 4 sacred treasures, and justice shall be served. So, this is the thief's final challenge to us. But what are these 4 treasures of which he speaks? He's twitching. Of the 4 treasures of Billadir become one. The wicked shall be judged in the blazing light of the sun. Ah, she's asleep. An old legend, little more than a fairy tale, all that, and yet it seems the phantom believes that there is some truth in these words. 4 sacred relics from Billadir, the warden's justice, lofty words coming from a glorified footpad. One who's winning over the common folk by the day. If rumors are to be believed, it would seem the tales of a master thief ruffling the feathers of the rich and famous have won the man more than a few admirers. Consider his targets thus far: an Uldon collector and her hired thugs, a trading mogul and his brass blades, and now a mining magnate and the stone torches. Is it any surprise that the sympathies of the ordinary Uldon would lie with the perpetrator rather than the victims? He's stealing from the rich, but will he give to the poor? Absolutely, astutely observed, Miss Ellie. Our query clearly harbors no small degree of resentment for wealth and authority. Might his next target be a member of the syndicate? Perhaps the Sultana herself? Their voices are too similar. Doing them back to back is hard. Then it will be his downfall. For the greater the challenge, the higher I rise. Mayhem, just one moment if you would. Mark my words, ye of many faces. There is but one man who shall lay claim to the 4 lost relics of Bladia, and it shall be Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire.
Inspector.
Yes, I'm sure that inspires us with all with great confidence.
She's supposed to be sarcastic. He's supposed to be bored. Why, if it isn't that guy? What's that? Was that? No, it couldn't be. Methinks Gilbert. Methinks Godbert might need a new pair of spectacles. I could probably manage that. If my voice isn't completely fucked by the time he gets revealed. Ah, yeah, you're talking about Hildebrand. I don't know, I like him better as German. I established him as German. Caveman pointed it out, and it's just so much fun to do a German accent once you get going. It's a race to recover the 4 lost relics of Bilidar, and the fiend's true identity, and the aspirations are revealed. Will Eorzea fall prey to the forces of evil? Or will our hero do what only a Manderville can? Hildebrand will return in... I forgot what it said already. I forget things that aren't right in front of me. The key to the next case is a mask. Have you ever worn a mask for so long that you forget what you actually look like? I have. And now... Ooh, all right. And how did they freeze in midair like that? Talk about a mystery. Oh well, see you next time. Can you imagine they're just... yeah, Godbert moved his head a little. They are just holding still. Oh, that was fantastic. I love that. I want to go to Tulioli. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break right now because I got to go to the bathroom, but then we'll start the next arc. I will be back. I have returned. Excellent. And it looks like my audio is working. I muted my mic, but I suppose I guess I didn't really need to. That's neither here nor there. Let's keep going. Let's see what Ellie has to say. A shocking new turn in the Phantom Thief case. I was wondering when you'd show up, Maroon. I hope you haven't made any plans for the night, because we've got a situation on our hands. Remember our good friend the Phantom Thief? Well, it seems he's decided to branch out from burglary to cold-blooded murder. If the rumors are to be believed, he's claimed 3 victims already, all influential members of Uldon's society. Mr. Many-Faces has been kind enough to leave one of his signature calling cards at every scene, leaving no doubt as to the identity of the murderer. The message is always the same. The weight of 5 corpses will bring the scale of justice to balance. More riddles. Not that you'll hear me complaining. No, the only thing that my readers like more than a good mystery is a good murder mystery. Ever since the story broke, the Mithril Eye has been selling like Pond's cakes. The only rub is that it left me no time to look into the thief's last message. Until now, that is. Shall we, Maroon? The hidden treasure of Uldal, was it? If there's anyone who can shed some light on this, it's you-know-who. To Sunsilk Tapestries. Sunsilk Tapestries, it's all the way back at the crystal. Wait a second. Why waste perfectly good money when the Aethernet is literally right here? I almost did something unforgivably stupid. Woo. It's time to pictomance up in this bitch. Waymond. Well now, if it isn't my favorite venturer and my favorite Mithril Eye reporter, along with him, I get it, yeah. Tell me, what have I done to deserve the pleasure of your company today? I see. As much as I'd like to help 2 of my best mates, I'm afraid you found old Wymond at a loss. Uldar has more than his fair share of treasures hidden in otherwise. I reckon our phantom fiend could be after just about any of them. I can tell you this much, though. Whatever the thief's got his eyes on, it's got the Sultan sworn in its in a right dither. Word has it they formed a regiment of their best and brightest to safeguard the royal vaults from this verity threat. The Sultan sworn aren't like to be forthcoming with information, but it's the only lead we've got. Come on, Maroon. I'd say it's time we paid a visit to the heart of the sworn. Oi, hold up there, Ellie. I ain't generally the worrying type, but you may want to think twice before getting yourselves involved in this. A man of my business develops a nose for danger, and this time the stench is something fierce. You're a reporter, Ellie, and a fine one at that. Don't put that pretty neck of yours at risk by trying to play hero. Your concern is touching, but I can assure you that I am ready for whatever danger lies ahead. Besides, being a reporter is about more than selling papers. I have a duty to seek out the truth and convey it to people. Come on, Maroon, time is of the essence. Alchemist Guild. Hey, I'm one of those. Or at least, I can be. Plot twist. Into the Hastings Strip. Alright, what am I looking for here? Gotta get in the water. Wouldn't be much fun if I wasn't in the water. Humphrey! Humphrey? Tell me what you know, Humphrey. Halt! Only Athirst personnel are allowed in here. Thou'll bugger me with the broadsword. It's the gentleman of Light's adventurers' companions and that catty but cute reporter from the Mithril Eye.
Well, well, if it isn't the self-styled warrior of light, tell me, what tales did you spin to the Sultan's sworn recruiter to land yourself in this position? Oh, only the 12th's honest truth, miss. Seeing the gentleman of light standing tall and triumphant that day, it moved me to the depths of my soul, like I vowed to put aside my sketchy past and serve the realm just like my hero, Master Hildebrand. The Sultan's sworn were impressed with my commitment and my sword arm, that they gladly welcomed me into their ranks. Wait, don't tell me. You've come to assist Master Hildebrand in his investigations, haven't you? Cor, why don't you say so sooner? At least I could have... It's the least I could do to help the mates who united me with my role model. You'll be willing to speak with Phyllis. She's one of the sworn's best and something of a history buff, it seems. When she's heard that the thief was targeting the 4 relics of Blehadia, she personally stepped forward and volunteered to lead the investigation. If anyone has the information you're looking for, it'd be her. Wait here while I gather her. I can trust you not to touch anything, eh?
I'm going to go in there and I'm going to touch everything. Get my grubby little mitts all up on it.
A pleasure to meet you, Phyllis. My name is Ellie. I'm from the Mithril Eye. As you may have heard, we're researching the Phantom Thief case, and would appreciate any information that may shed light on recent events.
The pleasure is mine, Miss Ellie, and if I'm not mistaken, that would make your companion friend here Maroon Egaro, yes?
That's my name, and it's really stupid. You know Maroon.
As any regular reader of the Mithril Eye would, I must confess to being something of an unabashed fan of your work. Though it hardly befits my station to say this, I was secretly hoping that you would show up and assist in the investigation. Doubtless the inspector, too, will also welcome a helping hand.
Briardian has shown up. The Sultan sworn, the elite of Uldal's elite. I can only hope to prove more competent than the burgeoning mercenaries I've dealt with thus far. Inspector Briardian, always one step ahead of us. Miss Ellie, Maroon, a moment if you would. Right there. Very good. Now face me, and don't move an ilm.
What? Inspector, is that your... What? He whipped out his dick, and now everyone is dead.
Demasking Dusk, a formula of my own devising that will allow us to see right through the thief's disguise. Analyzing the mask left behind at Vester Bay, I was able to identify its composition and synthesized a counteragent that would dissolve the disguise whilst leaving the wearer's face intact. In any event, it would appear that the two of you are indeed who you appear to be. Brilliant, Inspector. The Phantom Thieves pulled the wool over our eyes over the last time.
I fear it won't be so simple. The ingredients necessary to produce the dust are exceedingly rare. Even the entire resources of the Sultan Swarm at our disposal, we were only able to produce a limited supply.
I see. Well, I suppose it's better than nothing. That said, have you been able to identify the thief's next target? A hidden treasure of Ulda, the last one of the 4 lost relics of Blehadia?
I fear not. I've pored through the histories time and time again, but the only mention of these 4 relics is a vague reference to an old prophecy. Most serious scholars consider it little more than a fairy tale. When darkness falls and hope fades to despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend in righteous glare. The legend goes on to describe 4 sacred artifacts, one each possessed by 4 of the Beladian heroes, but makes no mention as to their appearance or nature.
3 times we have tried to identify the thief's target, and 3 times he has foiled us by making off with something else entirely. Needless speculation will only play to the fiend's strength.
All artifacts in the Blehadian origin have been sealed within the royal vault, and a regiment of our finest assigned to its protection. I have furnished all the guards with a supply of demasking dust, and I instructed them to be on the lookout for any suspicious personages.
The Blackguard will be in chains. Oh, no, that's a different guy. The Blackguard will be in chains before we can lay a dirty hand on the vault doors, let alone the treasures within. You have our word, my lady. But there is even more disturbing matter at hand. Doubtless you have heard of the recent rash of murders perpetrated by our quarry. The Sultan Sworn have launched an investigation, but the truth of the matter is that we have been far too occupied with the defense of our vaults to make any meaningful progress. We would be most grateful for any assistance you could offer. A lady asks and a gentleman answers.
Haha! I guessed correctly.
Cast all worries from your heart, my lady. Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has arrived to set right what is wrong and bring the wicked to justice. And this must be the demasking dust that's the talk of the palace. Ah, but you need not waste your supply on me, Inspector. I assure you that I am exactly who I claim to be. I said you didn't need to... A shame, that.
Inspector Hildebrand, we are not expecting you, but your services are most welcome. I will share all I know about the recent murders. No, I don't want to... Don't autoplay. The killer has claimed 3 victims thus far. The head of a publishing consortium, a high-ranking government official, and an influential scholar. Other than that, they were all influential figures in their respective circles. We can identify no common threads connecting the 3. I have the hiccups.
I have the hiccups something fierce. This will prove a most satisfying case to crack indeed. And what of the method of killing? Conked over the head with a cudgel, gutted with a great sword, strangled with a subligar, perhaps.
I'm afraid we've identified no pattern. In any event, the murder plots of the deaths of the deaths of 2 more even as we speak. We must take action, and quickly.
Understood, my lady. Clues may be scarce, but worry not. My realm-renowned powers of deduction are more than up to the task. I will see this burglar turned butcher delivered to justice.
Your presence is heartening indeed, Inspector Hildebrand. Friends, take this demasking dust with you. I fear we can spare but a single shay, but I trust you will put it to good use. A single sachet.
Come to accompany me on yet another case, friend. I like your gusto, but if you're auditioning to be my assistant, I fear that role has already been filled most ably. Still, a gentleman welcomes the support of all his admirers. I shall henceforth name you thusly, Maroon, my ever-loyal assistant. And now, my ever-loyal assistant, the investigation calls. I propose that we begin by inspecting the site at which the most recent victim met his demise. My questioning about the place has revealed that the scholar's body was found not far from the 80 Sins of Sasamo. Even the most circumspect of criminals cannot help but leave behind clues that will not elude my gaze. Friends, let us be off. Pray alert me should you see anyone suspicious, my ever-loyal associate. We must put Miss Phyllis demasking dust to good use.
Well now. That was a very wordy cutscene. To the horizon and over it. We going over the horizon.
We gotta get there eventually.
No, I don't like this one. I wanna use a mount that I like this one that I got for some reason. It's cause I pre-ordered the Dawn Trail. Was it pre-order? I don't remember. Whatever it is, I have it now and it plays Final Fantasy IX music and I like that. Hildy. What have you come to this conclusion for?
Flowers. Yes, it's all becoming clear now. Our phantom killer is a florist who in his hurry to escape carelessly mislaid his wares.
Just who do you think you're doing, eh? I don't know who that is. Let me guess. I'm guessing it's a haggard hag. I never would have guessed that. I'm the one who put those flowers there, eh? To honor the memory of me poor boy. You dared to fight his memory, eh?
1,000 pardons, my lady. Please accept my most sincere condolences on your loss. I am Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire. I swear to you, on my dear mother's name, that your son's killer will be brought to justice. As I was saying, these flowers were clearly placed here by the family of the deceased, which can only mean...
Leave this place. Run away while you still can. Run far away. Run, or he'll turn you into a zombie, just like my poor boy. My poor boy. He's a zombie now.
A living person turned into a zombie. Nonsense.
Not nonsense, my boy. History. Or have you not heard the horrors of Silde, Uldar's sibling nation, against which we waged war centuries ago? I was there, you know. 1,000 years ago. Much blood was shed by both sides, But I speak of a far greater horrors than death. An unholy drought brewed by Sildar alchemists, one with the power to turn the living into the undead, and his nation might command an army of mindless, deathless soldiers, the traitors spurned. They turned my poor boy into a heap of rotten flesh and ran him through. But he won't hear from that Sultan sworn. Thou alone knows why. But they whisked the body away before I could so much as pay my last respects.
The traitors spurn. I heard stories, but I've never thought them to be true. To be able to produce such a frightening thing. Just who are we dealing with here?
Sildar, I'm sure of it. The only Sildar would know the recipe. But the last remnants of Sildar died 4 centuries ago, you see. Oh, they did. He calls himself the Phantom Thief, he does. But did it ever occur to you that he might be an honest-to-God's phantom? Heard the tales from my own great-great-grandma, I did, about the 4 relics of Belladia, and the powers they hold. The powers to extract just ice. A spectre of Sildar has returned to wreak vengeance on us. Woe unto us all! How the 4 warriors of light forsaken us? My dear boy, if only you'd become a traitor like your father, if only you'd kept your nose out of those history books, and neither so much as breathed the accursed name of Sildar. But you did, and now we're doomed.
Landlady, you are crazy. Yes, it's time to flex my brain. Or flex it good. The bleeding horse on here somewhere. I can feel it in me follicles. The most potent hair tonic the realm has seen. Aye, that it was. For all of a fortnight, afore my frown locks fell out all over again, and just as I was chatting up a lovely young lass at the quicksand, just to twist the knife an extra ilm. Mountebank, charlatan. I'll find that so-called inspector and his sorry band and pull every last strand of hair from their bleeding skulls.
Hey, it's that guy. He lost all his hair again, and so now he's committing a bunch of heinous murders. Ain't that always the way? Hildebrand is on to something.
It is all becoming clear to me now. The dear old woman's testimony has confirmed that which I had suspected from the start. Like a zombie pecking away at rotting flesh, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, expector extraordinaire, has peeled away the foul slab of uncertainty to reveal the truth within. Open your ears and feast your mind on the fruits of my flawless deduction. Him, our phantom thief, is a phantom indeed, a wayward spirit caught between realms of the living and the dead, for nigh on centuries since meeting a tragic end on the battlefield. As such, our course of action is clear. We must place his tortured soul, that it might be abandoned, its vengeful vendetta, and travel to the next life in peace.
Ah, okay. Hang on a sec. I just thought I heard something.
But what is the true nation of the Spectre's grievance? Without his knowledge, we cannot hope to assuage his rancor. Let us begin our search at the Thaumaturge's Guild. Doubtless the tomes there certain a wealth of knowledge on the ill blood between the sibling nations. Notwithstanding the abject stupidity of everything else that came out of your mouth, some knowledge of Sildar might serve us well. Go research as you will, and do take as much time as you need. You can count on me, Inspector Briardian. Whatever knowledge there is to be gleaned at the guild, I shall not escape my inspector's eye.
Let's go to the
Thaumaturgery.
Oh, you. To the Thaumaturgery Guild. Gildebrand. It's the Hildebrand Guild. I bet there is one of those. Neneko! Let me through the door, Neneko. Gods be good. You are an adventurer who saved me back at the ruins, researching the ancient feud between Ulda and Silda, are you? Why, I am pleased to say I have more than a passing familiarity with ancient history. To understand the history of the sibling nations, you must go back further still, to birth of their mother nation, Biliadia. The fifth astral era was an age of untold wonders, when the arcane arts burgeoned, the great civilizations that commanded such power flourished. This age of enlightenment would not last, however. Power bred avarice, and avarice bred resentment. Accumulated in the War of the Magi, which brought the great floods of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, which in turn swallowed once proud nations and left a battered wasteland in its wake. Mages were reviled and persecuted for having caused this catastrophe, with many forces to leave their homelands to face death. It was a small band of those survivors that found their way to Thanalan, where they would find the nation of Buladia some 8 centuries ago. Ah, imagine a government of mages, by mages, and for mages. What wonders might have been wrought had Baladian civilization survived to this very day. Alas, this was not meant to be. And that was quite a history lesson. Yayoriku.
Greetings, traveler. Would you learn the war between Ulda and the fallen Sultanate of Sildar? It would be my pleasure to enlighten you. The two city-states coexisted for several generations until the bad blood between them boiled over, culminating in outright war. As you might deduce from the present state of affairs, Ulda emerged victorious, leaving its once proud sibling nation in smoldering ruins. As the histories tell it, the battles fought between the sister nations were the stuff of nightmares. It was in a desperate attempt to overcome Uldah's superior numbers, Sildian alchemists devised the most horrific stratagem. Employing a frightful formula known as the Traitor's Spurn, they brought their fallen warriors back as undead soldiers. Some theories have it that they even employed the potion on those of the living who were too weak or wounded to fight. Sends shivers down my spine just thinking about it. No, it's truly a crowning glory of our fair nations that our forebears were able to emerge victorious against these horrors. You don't say. It's not every day someone comes to our halls to research Sildir. As a fellow student of history, though, I am more than welcome the conversation. Beladian civilizations flourished in relative peace until twin sons were born to the royal family. The two were fierce rivals, and when they came of age and their father passed, each one claimed that he was the rightful heir to the throne. When neither son willing to relinquish the claim, they agreed to split their kingdom in two, forming the twin nations of Uldah and Silda. But not unlike two proud princes, the sibling nations developed a penchant for their rivalry. Alright, time for one more dump of lore before we move on. Maroon, don't surprise me like that. What's this? You're here not for your studies, but to learn of the bad plan between Uldah and Sildir? 2 scales, one of gold, one of silver. The gold of Uldah weighing prosperity and power, the silver of Silda weighing knowledge and power. But the power sought by the two nations differed greatly. Yes, greatly indeed. The power wrought by Uldanian prosperity was of the justice and good, while the power wrought by Sildanian knowledge was horrific beyond belief. The power to rip the living souls of a man and render him mindless killing machine. On this matter, the histories are clear, but riddle me this, my friend. Who writes the histories, and what does it say of the words written within? Yes, truth can be elusive and fickle as the shifting sands. As one example, did you know that the war against Silda and Uldah and Amaleha warriors fought side by side? Likely you did not. Neither did I until I encouraged a fated passage in an ancient text buried deep in our archives. And yet, in the histories read by the populace, you will see no mention of this most fascinating fact. Might it be that someone at some time deemed this particular truth less than convenient? Met, I have said enough already. It's time to return to Hildebrand. Hooey! My ever-loyal associate, tell me, what have you learned from your questioning of the scholars in these halls? Nothing. I've forgotten. Indeed. As it happens, I have learned much the same. Let us take a moment to review and allow my peerless powers of deduction to work their magic. A war of succession divides the great civilizations of Baladia, giving rise to the sibling nations of Uldah and Silda. The two nations coexist for some generations, until ill blood boils over, accumulating in an outright war. Daunted by Uldah's superior military might, Silda employs their advanced alchemical knowledge to horrific ends, transforming their own citizens, alive and dead, into fearsome undead legion. Yes, I believe I have it. The facts at hand that have led me to an unassailable conclusion. Our phantom thief is a descendant of the doomed Sildir, who seeks vengeance against those who reduced his countrymen to slavering zombies. To pacify his soul and send him peaceful... Go away. peacefully into the next world, there is but one course of action. We must find a Sildanian statesman who's conceived this dreadful stratagem, and have him apologize to the thief in person for the suffering he's wrought.
We will find him and make him say he's sorry.
A brilliant plan. Perhaps you'd like to go find yourself a shovel and dig this statesman out of his grave yourself. Leaving aside the nonsense of spirits and spectres, it appears increasingly likely that our quarry shares some link to Silder. His garish garb is no doubt meant to invoke the silver scales of the fallen sultanate. This Sildinian connection would also strive to explain a rare knowledge of Beladian relics our thief clearly possesses. But what of the murder victims? What common thread amongst them could have incurred the ire of our adversary?
A few people in town spoke of a man sighted calling upon the victims in the past days. Those who saw him said he had a most frightening air about him.
Great. Yes, it's coming to me. Of course. My keen investigator sense rings out with a voice loud and clear. This man Miss Ellie speaks of just might know something.
Thanks, Elderbrand.
You really should stop thinking so hard. You're likely to strain a brain muscle. Miss Ellie, who is this man and where might we find him?
My sources identified the man as a Guguria, a traveling merchant known to frequent Horizon. Shall we pay him a visit? Yes. Let's go. Where are we going? At Horizon. Okay, Horizon's easy. Yeah, Horizon's like right here.
I can take the teleportation there.
Alright, Areno. Guguria. He's another potato like myself. Yes, if you've got business, make it quick. My time is too valuable to waste chatting with every stranger who passes by.
Forgive us, good sir. My name is Ellie, a reporter with the Mithril Eye. Never blinking, all seeing, you know the rest. I was wondering if you could trouble us with just a few questions. Was it the love for money that you killed them? Yes, you, the thief of many faces.
Me, a thief? What is this nonsense? You don't know who you are. I don't know who you are, but I ain't got time or patience for this mummery. Now, if you'll excuse me, an important client awaits.
I thought I recognized you.
Lady Duradilla! Well met in...
Lady Duradilla. Lady Duradilla. Well met, indeed. Pray tell, whatever brings you to these environs this fair day?
Why, I live here, you ham-headed half-wit. Inspector Briardian, this is an unexpected pleasure. Do you have some business with my associate here, pray tell? Guguria, we can discuss business after. Pray lend the inspector here the handsome one. Pray lend the inspector here the handsome one, whatever assistance he requires. But Lady Duradilla, what about... Ah, yes, my dear Maria's name day present. I had in mind one of your prize pieces from May's latest seasonal collection. You would be able to procure one for me, yes? Or shall I estimate the middleman and make the trip to Uldal myself? Eliminate the middleman.
I'll say this just once more, Guguria. I expect you'll give the inspector and his companions your full assistance. They, yes, even the stupid one, helped me regain something truly priceless. Yes, something more valuable than any mere trinket.
I thought it turned out to be fake, though. I could be wrong. It's been a while. I'm gonna have to replay this. All right. I'll tell you what I know. But you didn't hear it from me, got it? I was looking into the killing on behalf of a client of mine. The thief's got himself some of that zombie dust. The traitor's spurn, was it? And his cards speak of 5 victims. I got to thinking. Silda, 5 victims? Ah, yes, the Arbiters of Truth.
The Arbiters of Truth? I'm not familiar with that name.
Ah, few would be. An account of them brand something of a secret society and all that. Influential personages of the Sultanate, you see, working from the shadows to keep false knowledge about Ulda-Silda conflict from reaching the ears of folks like you and me.
False knowledge? Pray tell just what sort of knowledge might that be?
Those balls don't make me say no more. I've got a family to feed.
Very well. Just tell us one last thing. Who hired you, and where can we find him?
Hob. His name is Hob. When he heard what I said, he told me that he was going to set sail for Limsa, and with his 5 best sellswords and to guard his back. Said there were many prying eyes on the airship docks. Said he has a private ship docked and waiting for him in Vesper Bay. But remember, you didn't hear none of this from me.
This man Hob must be one of the killer's targets. Doubtless he knows the identity of the remaining one.
I doubt that. They say the Arbiters are so secretive, they don't even know each other's true identities. Now, don't ask me how all that works, but Hob's been getting high-ranking friends in the Brass Blades. Once he's heard the victims had been all zombified, he panicked. Guess he knew he'd be next.
Thank you very much, my kind sir. Once again, the ancient Manderville art of parley has produced for us the key morsel of knowledge. Let us seek out this Hob fellow and see what he can share with us. And let us hurry. The man's life is in danger even as we speak.
Alrighty then. Alright, let's go. Search for Hob. Alright, where is Hob? Hob, where art thou? Over here. Over the horizon in my chair. Over the horizon in my hair. I'm not wearing hair. I'm currently wearing a top hat. I potato. I patat. I put to this, I put to that. No. Gotta pay attention to where I'm going, but that's overrated and I don't want to do that. Whew. Whew. Oh, alright. I did this in the stupidest way possible. I get that now. He's dead, Jim.
Master Hob, is everything quite all right? No, stand back, Ellie! Hunger. I hunger for your brains. Damn, there's no saving the man. Maroon, do what you must.
Fine. Well, I killed him.
Yes! My first-hand knowledge of zombies tells me this particular shade of green is unmistakably that of undead. 'Twould seem they were a few moments late to the scene.
Ah, that's right. We did meet him vibing with some zombies.
A message, and then there was one. You. There it is again.
Something seems the matter, Inspector.
Indeed, Noshu, there is. Ever since I picked up the trail of the Phantom Thief, I've had this fleeting sense. A sense that someone, or something, is watching us.
The thief might be close at hand. We should be careful.
For the moment, let us return and report our findings to Miss Phyllis. Secret society or no, knowing the identities of its members may yet lead to the final victim. I too had best return to the Mithril Eye. Let's meet up again after. I'll see what new clues we can uncover in the meantime. You will do nothing of the sort, Miss Ellie. These streets are far too dangerous for you to walk alone.
Inspector, I'll go with her.
If you insist, Nashu, then I give you my leave. But pray be wary, not just of the thief, but of Miss Ellie. She has quite the temper, as we both know.
I'll show you a temper.
Miss Ellie, there is something I must tell you when this case is over. Be safe and promise me that you would not attempt anything rash, as you did that time when the friend took aim at my own life. When the fiend took aim at my own life. Your life, Inspector?
Ah, Casa del Sol. Yeah, that was quite the ordeal, wasn't it?
I'll be careful, I promise. I eagerly await the day when I may hear what it is that you would share with me. A secret vow? Oh, consider my interest piqued as well. Good, Inspector. Now let us be off. Miss Phyllis awaits our report.
Just looking off in the distance. Alright, speak with Phyllis at Scholar's Wank. To figure out. Oh, this trip is costing me a fortune. A small fortune. Of like 200-300 gil at a time. Oh, right.
That's not how it works.
To the Alchemy Guild. A fourth victim? Foul have mercy. Were you able to glean aught of a connection to the other victims? The Arbiters of Truth? No, it can't be. Somebody help. Oh, that was Ellie. I wasn't paying attention, and I gave Ellie no voice. Miss Ellie, that voice came from the direction of the vault. We must hurry. Ah, she's not the murder victim. She's the murderer.
Miss Ellie, are you hurt?
That man, I only thought to ask him a few questions before I knew what was happening. He was upon me. I could only...
Bash his brains in with a conveniently placed bottle of mead, it would seem. Remind me not to get on your bad side, Miss Ellie. That said, is Nashu not with you?
She saw a figure lurking in the shadows and went off in pursuit of it before I could stop her. This man wears the armor of the Sultan's sworn squire, yet his face is unfamiliar to me. Something is amiss. It's our good friend, that guy. The thief of many faces. To think we would find our man like this.
Thrice and again did the fiend elude our grasp, but no more. By virtue of a gentleman's ingenious deductions and a lady's pugilistic puissances, I declare this case closed. I'll return this sachet to you, Miss Phyllis. Whilst the gesture was appreciated, in the end it proved superfluous to my cracking of the case.
And he's dead. Oh, no. Oh, it's her. It's odd.
While you're at it, is there anything else of immense value to you that you'd like to wantonly destroy?
What? It was not him the entire time? What is the meaning of this?
Ingenious. A double disguise. Planted by the thief to throw us off his trail, no doubt.
This is Guigwe, one of my most capable men. I assigned him to guard the vault and outfitted him with an ample supply of demasking dust. It is inconceivable that the thief would be so easy to elude his grasp.
Unless the thief was not wearing a mask at all. Speaking of which, has anyone seen Miss Ellie? No, that's impossible. Of course, it all makes perfect sense, with the Phantom Thief to thank for her begrudging readership and rise through the ranks of the Mithril Eye. Miss Ellie could not bear to face the possibility of her story of a lifetime coming to an end. Thus, she hatched a plan to murder a bunch of people? Yes. Milady, the vault has been breached. The wise man's whisper, it's gone. For her foul crimes against the Sultanate, I hereby declare Ellie of the Mithril Eye, the thief of many faces, an enemy of the state. Deploy all troops to do not rest until she is in custody. Oh, he was disguised as Ellie, and now the game is truly afoot. Or is it a chin? Bah, what is the meaning of all of this racket and rumpus? And just as we were about to make a triumphant return into that, isn't that so, Inkidu? Inkidu. And Nashu is lost as shit. Miss Ellie, that shadow you said you saw, I think it was just a dormouse. Ooh. The real Nashu is knocked the fuck out. I think he'd literally stumble face first into the second mask. He's good fortune, truly knows no end. But not to worry. Yes, I dare say the Phantom Thief is another trick or two up his sleeve. During strife. This one's a little bit slower than the other one. My ever-loyal assistant, we must find Miss Ellie, and quickly. Surely, if confronted by her constant companions, she can still be convinced to abandon this foolish plan. Oh ho, Miss Phyllis, I thought you had already departed to the company of your men. But all for the better. Shall we conduct the search together? I fear I would only put them at greater risk. You see, the fifth and final member of the Arbiters of Truth, the Phantom Thief's final target, is none other than... Hildebrand Mander? Me, mind you. It's not a role I sought of my own accord. My name and my passion for history are somewhat well known in the Sultanate. One day, I received an anonymous letter stating that the position in the committee had opened and I had been chosen to fill it. The letter went on to... enumerate my duties, to prevent the spread of historical lies that would sully the name of our illustrious nation. As a high-ranking officer of the Sultan's Sworn, I was deemed to be in particularly unique position to serve as an arbiter. Not the committee. I knew that there were other members in the organization, but was told nothing of their names or identities. To think that my unknown compatriots were victims all along. I cannot put any more lives in danger. I will sequester myself into a place where my presence can cause no harm, until such time as the killer is apprehended. Your concern for our well-being is most touching, Miss Phyllis, but there's no need for such caution. As a seasoned inspector myself, I am more than capable of protecting the lady in distress, and as a gentleman, that is exactly what I shall do. My associates here also stand at your side. Speaking of which, has anyone seen my loyal assistant?
Inspector, over here. It is I, Nashu, the real one.
Ah, there you are, Nashu. You really shouldn't run off on your own like that. I was worried sick about you.
I'm sorry, Inspector. Miss Ellie said she saw somebody in the shadows, so I went to take a look. Now, there wasn't anything there but a dormouse, but it was a really cute dormouse, you see. It just kept squeaking and scurrying away, and I just pause forever like somebody interrupted, and then nobody interrupts.
Pardon me for a moment, Nashu. Yes, my inspector senses speak to me. Someone is watching us. Maroon, let us split up and canvass our surroundings.
Oh, she kicked the crap out of that dormouse. Stomped it into oblivion. You know she did. Well-stained letter. A water-stained letter lies conspicuously on the floor. Be wary and be warned. Cool. Clues. What other clues are here? A water-stained letter lies conspicuously on the floor. Trust no one, and your friends all the less. Keep your friends close, and your friends even closer. A water-stained letter lies conspicuously on the floor. This will avail you well. Use it wisely. You obtain a sachet of demasking dust. In the next instant, you feel an intimidating presence behind you. Do I get to kill something? Nope. It's Godbert. Ho ho ho! It isn't my beloved son's staunch companion, the mighty Maroon. I was in the area as a matter of business, which I curated when I felt a suspicious presence from the shadows. Pursuing it led me here. Mayhap it is the same for you. I fucked up his accent. How did I fuck up a German accent? Oh, so in pursuit of the thief, you of many faces has taken quite the unexpected turn, and now you have come upon a series of anonymous letters. Mayhap our watcher in the shadows is a friend, or is it but another trap laid by the fiend? Yes, the plot thickens like a dollop of salamander oil. I kind of have it, but I don't. I seem to have forgotten what a German accent assassin is. In either event, I dare say the circumstances call for the utmost caution. The thief could be anywhere, or anyone, myself included, of course. No mere mask could replicate the physique of the Manderville man. That said, I fear my dear Hildy may be a bit over his head at this time. Allow me to assist in your investigation. When anything happens to Hildebrand, his dear mother would not be pleased. A little bit too much French in the Swede. You're not wrong. He could be a bit Swedish. You never know. I don't know if that's a Swedish accent or not. I suck at accents for somebody who does a lot of them. No, wait. I do a lot of accents for somebody who sucks at them. There we go. If the sender speaks true, the villain even now lurks within our midst, and yet we have but a single sachet of demasking dust at our disposal. We must identify the impostor beyond a reasonable doubt before we proceed. You know the players better than I, Maroon. So, now he is French, and I do not know what to do about it. Fuck! I lost it entirely. The French. The French. That's a fine wine or some shit. I don't know. Something Orson Welles said about the French. Whatever. Let me remember what a German accent sounds. Not like that. That's still French. Wow, I'm like fucking blanking anything to say in a German accent. I just lost it. Hard crash. Just not there anymore. Oh no, what will I do? I cannot make a German accent. You know the players better than I do, Maroon. God damn it. What say you to a few words with each of them, and see if aught seems amiss? I almost had it back. If I take a break from trying to do it for a little while, maybe it'll come back. Phyllis, you have a voice that isn't a voice. Am I doomed to share the same fate as the others? I'd sooner die than become one of those things. Miss Ellie is the phantom thief. It's the only logical conclusion, and yet I cannot help but feel that another truth still evades us. Inspector Briardian told me all about it. Who'd have thought Miss Ellie was the phantom thief all this time? She sure fooled me. Nothing particular about any of them, you say. It stands to reason. The fiend would not take such a risk if they was not utterly confident that he could pull off the ruse. He's French again. Curses! There is no one half the fool his son is. I must elude him and quickly. Time is of the essence. I should give a character a French accent. That would be fun. That was also Hildebrand. He doesn't have a French accent. He talks like this. I questioned the Sultan's word. Actually, you know, a French accent would work on Hildebrand. It's too bad it's too late, and I've already established his voice as that. And it would also make, like, the least amount of sense. His father has German accent, he has a French accent. His crazy Japanese stalker has a Spanish accent. French accents are fun to do. I need to give somebody a French accent at some point. I question the Sultan's worn outside. To a man they insist they have seen naught of Miss Ellie. Wherever could she have gone? Father, what brings you here? It's a slight loss of my German accent. It's a little embarrassing, you know. Yes, finally, the pieces are coming together. Now, if you would kindly stand still and shut up. The fiend already stands among us. Inspector Briardian, I should hope you're not doubting me. Well, I'm quite convinced that even a master impersonator would struggle to recreate your particular brand of idiocy. The fact remains that anyone here who has spent even a moment alone must be considered a suspect. The thief has proven to be highly efficient at assuming new identities. An absolute observation, my gangly friend. I'd say this occasion calls for a dose or two of that powder maroon here found earlier. There wouldn't happen to be another sachet or two lying about, would there? It remains our supply has already been distributed to the search party, but worry not. They should be reporting back within a bell's time. Then, time might be against me, but just you watch. I'll waggle my way out of this and turn into reeking, drooling corpse you deserve to be. I fear that most of the time we can afford Miss Phyllis. Fortunately, my powers of direction will lay the fiend's face bare within minutes. We know that, given the choice, the thief prefers to impersonate familiar personages. Miss Ellie has had only passing interactions with my dear father. We can safely eliminate him from the consideration. That leaves myself, Nashu, and Maroon here. Nashu and I, in particular, have had a close and extended relationship with our suspects. I shall begin by questioning mine own assistant. I assure you that none know her better than I.
Brilliant reasoning as ever, Inspector. Go on, ask me anything.
All the times for stuff to be starting talking sense. If he asks me anything too obscure, I'll cover as good as blue. Now I'm tripping over it. My relationship with Nashu is so close. I dare say, at times it's as if we share a mind. If this Nashu is truly my ever-loyal assistant, she should have no trouble completing my thoughts. Him. I am a Manderville man. Manderville.
Man?
That is correct. This is the real Nashu.
doing what only a Manderville
Can.
From the peaks of Coathis to Thanalan, Manderville.
Man, you're the best, Inspector.
A perfect score. You may rest easy, dear friend. This is unmistakably, unequivocally, indubitably the true Nashu.
I've never loved you more than now, you marvelous muttonhead, you.
Nashu, is something the matter? Just because you've picked up a few more wrinkles beneath your eyes, there's no need to avert that charming face of yours. Wrinkles, wrinkles, look. No, wrinkles, look who's talking, you cursed, old.
Genius Inspector! Okay, the French was a good idea. If I had played that better, it would have been so much funnier.
The charade is up, Miss Ellie.
Who's Miss Ellie? Wait, is it? Oh, it's not. I don't know who that is, but she's French.
Miss Ellie, you look somehow different.
Alright, this one's starting to heat up a little bit. I like it. Give me a second. Seven Hills, torn in by a muscle-bound mountainhead with his motley troop of murmurs.
Just who are you? Your resemblance to Miss Ellie is most uncanny, and yet...
That terrible French accent. Consulting Inspector Briardian, once again, you failed to measure up to the lofty reputation. Of course, we resemble each other. Ellie is, after all, my own flesh and blood. My beloved sister and eminently capable partner in crime. My partner in crime. 1,000 faces I may wear, but only one name do I bear. You call me Sissy. Charmed, I'm sure. Are you quite alright? It's Scottish now. God damn it, I can't hold that. Are you quite right? I do not know how to do a French accent. Are you quite alright? Why do you look as if you've seen a ghost? Despite my moniker, I assume that Ellie and I are not specters. But we are, mind you, are the last living scions of this girl. The utter girl. Bemused are you, befuddled, to find two sisters behind the mask, trying to use your brain once in a while. It just keeps falling off. Holy crap! But it's at least fun to try. It's weird how oddly a lot of these default to Scottish. So turn to Scottish, you say, and then I can't maintain a Scottish when I try. It's crazy. Bemused are you, befuddled to find two sisters behind the mask. Try using your brains once in a while. Every time you encounter the thief, Ellie was standing right in your midst. No, the thief was 4 times stole the show. Oh, and those priceless relics was me. Meanwhile, Ellie hid in plain sight, supplying me with just the knowledge I need to stay a step ahead of my pursuers, man. I cannot hold an accent to save my life. Hey, lady. Always spinning the hair-raising tale of my exploits to ruin the hearts of the nation.
We owe you a lot, truly. Why, without the tales of the hapless attempts to catch me, we never could have risen to the heights of celebrity. Miss Cece, your accent, holy shit, what is wrong with you? From a gentleman to a lady, I would ask you one thing and one thing only. Just what is it that you and Miss Ellie hope to accomplish with all of your schemes? Justice, 400 years ago, Ildonian dogs reduced our great nation to a nation of zombies. At long last, the coward would still justify the foul deeds. These will suffer the same fate. If I'm not mistaken, this is that, like, character I gave that weird Lupin voice to. I don't know if that's the case. Wait, the histories say that this day that turned their own men into zombies. The historians lie, and you work from the shadows, silencing those who would speak the truth. You should have died with your fellows, false arbiter. It was Uldor that ordered the creation of the dreadful powder and wielded it as a weapon against our proud ancestors. The history of your glorious sultanate is built on a lie. What is this madness you speak of, woman? Not madness, truth. The power of my possession was stolen from the Uldor army 4 centuries ago by one of my ancestors. They say it was his final act of courage, in the moment before his leg fell off and his rotting head dropped from his shoulders. This is the truth that the history didn't tell. The truth that this doe-eyed Sultan Swan would kill to keep buried deep in the sons of Sanilon. But times of reckoning is nigh. Oh yes, before long you and everyone in this non-rotten nation will feel firsthand the horrors of my ancestors knew. Just what do you mean by that? Or has the idiot lapsed up this story? A mass crusader for justice, a dodging rebel wearing beads battle against the power and the authority. Oh, if only they knew. But they will soon enough. They will see soon enough, when they're eating each other's brains out in the streets. In the last days before our proud nation was raised to the ground, the battle of survival son was German now. A band of the final survivors swallows a vast quantity of the powder from Uldorian vaults, hiding away in the secret vault seals with the power of magics. The soul means by which the vault may be opened, by assembling 4 secret relics from Peladia. 4 relics once housed in the royal palace of Sildar, before Uldorian dogs steal them and claim them for their own. Full circle, yeah, right? I fuck up the German, I fuck up the French accent, I get a German, I fuck up the German, I get a French, and now I just don't know what I am. I'm having a weird existential accent crisis. I'm having an existential. And so it dawns upon you at last. Yes, even as we speak, Ellie makes for the vaults and the 4 relics safely in hand. Just think, one day, you'll be able to tell your grandchildren there was zombie powder rain down on Uldor. No, wait, you'll all be dead. Preposterous. I can't wait to go back and listen to this and just cringe my ass off. You first, you, my dear, you will not even have the pleasure of looking upon the last moments of your precious homeland. Let your flesh rot like all of your rotten lies. I think not, Miss Cece. You can't zombify Hildebrand. He's already a zombie. Hildebrand? You idiot! Just for once could you not get in the way? Godbert Manderville, I can't even trust you I can't even trust your sorry ass to look after him for one day. Ah, who is this? Oh.
Do I know who she is? Has she shown up before? Is this a first? I knew it. Such presence washing us some of the shadows. It was you, my dear wife. Oh! That's Hildebrand's mom. We do get to meet her. Ah. What should I get? What voice should I give her? It should be silly and fun to do. Oh. Godbert is scared. Everyone's dead. Am I to understand that you're Hildebrand's mother? God, I've done so many accents, I forgot how to do a Spanish one. Hey, this is more like it. Hard skillet to skillet. Hand to hand, skillet to skillet. It's enough to send the warriors horse racing. Prepare yourself, Maroon. The time is our final confrontation is nigh. Mexican. Close enough. Oh, and he's dead. You think somebody who can knock out Godbert is going to be a pushover? Fucking chill. Do you have potatoes for Browns, you overstuffed buffoon? My beloved boy's been turned into a stinking corpse. If you hadn't bloody noticed. You, Maroon or something, was it? Aye. Hildy's told me all about you hijinks together. Pleased to meet you. My dear boy's always had a bit of a rebellious streak. What can I say? I can come on a bit too strong at times. But can you blame me? This time I thought I'd sit back and leave things to my own sorry-arse husband here, and look what it got me. You'll help me out, won't you? It's funny because her speech pattern actually is kind of Scottish. Had to go Scottish with that one. Now everyone has an accent, and it's hard to keep track. Hey, Caveman's back. Reunited with my dear boy for the first time in ages, and just look at him. He's green. Fortunately, there's still some time to reverse the zombie curse, and I know just the remedy. A phial of holy water. The ingredients are simple. A tather of oversoul rags and a phial of twice distilled water. Synth at the market stocks to the former, and the latter you can produce from the trader by the name of Jaste. Now hurry, once the poison spreads throughout his veins, no antidote will save him. In the meantime, I shall search the bumbler's bumbling assistant. With any luck, Miss Nashu is still alive. Ouch, that smarts. Ye gods! Hildy, you're looking none too hard to yourself. Oh, that smarts. Ye gods, Hildy. You're looking none too hard to yourself. No thanks to you, you bumbling oof. Now, are you going to accompany Maroon here or make yourself useful, or do I have to reintroduce you into that hole? Aye, but of course, my lady. Gilgamesh is ever at your service. Synth sundries, was it? Come now, Maroon. There is work to be done. It's so hard to do all these accents back to back. Oh, but it's so much fun to try. Alright, let's go to the merchant. Let's go to the merchant strip club. Where is the nearest Ethernet? Oh, it's all the way over there. Come, caveman. We have places to go. People to see. Hildebrands to save. To the merchant's strip club.
Oversold rags, you say? I fear that I've only a single tatter left in stock, and it's already been spoken for. But, my good man, you must reconsider. My dear friend's life, and quite possibly mine own as well, hangs in the balance. I sympathize with your pride, friend, but a man has to make a living. I've been promised a copious supply of rare chimera membrane for these rags. Unless you can offer me the same, no deal. Gah, as you'd expect us to be able to summon such a rarity out of nowhere, and at a moment's notice, no less.
Well, what will we have here if it isn't the Warrior of Light from the Colosseum? Funny who you meet at the markets.
I wonder who it is, and how wrong I got that voice. Very. Ah, well, if it isn't you two. As it happens, I just returned from my trading, and the slaying of 10 chimeras just happened to be my task for the day. But if it's a chimera membrane you seek, you are more than welcome. Welcome to a share. Just convenience me up exactly what I need.
My lady, you are far too kind.
Don't mention it. If it hadn't been for the Inspector Hildebrand and Maroon here, I'd still be tag-teaming with slimy beasts and cheating my way to fame and fortune. And I'm a woman who pays her debts. Thought take me if it wasn't Aurelia at the Tempest. Ever since she confessed to her trickery and started climbing back up from the bottom of the ranks, I've been proud to call myself one of her biggest fans. Why, I have half a mind to give you the rags you seek simply for the privilege of meeting her. But I'll take that chimera gunk instead.
A kind sentiment, my good man, but we are more than happy to uphold our side of the bargain, aren't we, Maroon? With this, our task here is done. Now let us find the traitor named Jest.
I think it's Guest.
It's surely you guessed.
Where am I going now? Where am I going now? From the Merchant's Strip Club to the Chamber of Rule. Somebody has a toy train. I don't know which is closer, but I think it's this one. Surely you guessed.
Oh, I can't believe I've heard that one before. The blundering Manderville boy is on his last leg and you need some of my solve to save him, you say? Perhaps you can give me a good reason why I should care. Those bloody Mandervilles are richer than the traders themselves, yet they have the audacity to haggle me down to the last guild for every purchase. If the family line ended today, I'd be happier and a wealthier man. And now I believe the ballroom calls. Good day to you, and do pass along my condolence to the grieving parents. Have you not a shred of honor or compassion for your spindly body? But business rivals or no, the man is on death's doorstep.
After the events of that day, my father will not so easily forgive and forget. But it matters not to me. No, my love for you is as deep as the seven seas. I beg of you, milady, may I have this dance? Yeah, that was a good enough voice for that guy. Is he asking a married woman to dance? Alola. Maroon, what a lovely surprise. Are you here for the ball, perchance? I didn't know there was a ball. Heavens, the poor inspector.
Well, if it isn't the Lapis Maiden in the flesh, would say you bid farewell to the preening fops and scuffy adventurers and share a dance with the cultured gentleman befitting your great beauty?
Why, it would be a pleasure and an honor both, my lord. Yes. Fucking nailed it. Provided you first provide my good friend Maroon with a bottle of twice distilled water that he seeks.
You know this man? Bah, if that's the price you would set, then so be it. Take it. It's barely worth its weight in gold anyway. Now, shall we, Miss Arabella? I knew Hildy would be a worthy rival, but to think he was beloved by so many. Clearly, this realm will be deeply mourn his loss. Quickly, Maroon, let us deliver these goods while there's still time to save him. Alright, let's go and deliver these goods while there's still time to save Hildebrand. Where am I going? Oh, I'm technically already there. I'm currently already in the midst of sprinting. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's over here at the end of the hallway dying of zombie. I trust the two of you dare come back empty-handed. I trust the two of you would dare come back empty-handed. There, that's better. Bloody brilliant. I'd take you over my muscle-headed halfway of a husband any day. Now, stand back and let me show you some real Manderville home cooking. Oh, you bloody bugger, gave me skillet. Aye, that should stop the spread. Now it's up to Hildy to flush out what's left of his system. Don't worry, he's my son after all. I reckon he's still got some fight in him. Look who I found. She was stumbling obliviously in a rubbish-strewn corner of Pearl Lane. Boy, did that not feel good. Yes, I'm sure it did. Maroon, word has it that Ellie has been sighted at the Sildun ruins. We must go there with all haste. You're done well by my dear boy today. Don't worry, I'll handle things from here. There's a nice warm bed for him, and I know a few specialists who might know a thing or two about his condition. What in the seven hills are you standing around for? The future of all does at stake. Maroon, my strength is yours as well, for Oda and for our friend Hildy. You remind me of my husband. What with your having more muscle than sense. If you're ever so keen to make yourself useful, why don't you run to the market and bring me some fire crystals? Keep my dear boy warm is key to fighting off the zombification. Let's see, I believe 20 crates should suffice. I am a warrior, and not an... yes, my lady. The cake. I say, Enkidu, the burden we must bear simply to secure a long-awaited final confrontation with Maroon. That said, the events of today have given me cause to reflect. Maroon and Hildy both. Oh, to be blessed with such veritable legions of friends, tried and true. But alas, not I. No, only one true friend have I ever known, and she is long lost to me. You are a fine bird, and have given me great comfort in my travels. But you will never be in Enkidu, my one true companion. Oh, my friend, where you were here with me, even Maroon could not stand against our combined might. Don't even know what this accent is anymore. Oh, Enkidu. Wherever you may wander, hear my words, and return here to my side. Enkidu. Do you hear me? Enkidu. No one can hear you. I'm mumbling. Ah, egats. What was that flash from the heavens? It nearly blinded me. Oh, what? The crystals? Where have they gone? I lost it entirely. It's just gone now. Fancying meeting you here, old friend. That voice. Could it be? My faithful companion. Why must you always make me wait so?
And it's back. Oh. I didn't think this arc was going to be so long. The last one was half this long. What are you doing dilly-dallying around here? Let me jog your memory. There's a moonsick man dragging around the Silda excavation site where her mind set on turning Ulda into the land of the walking dead. Does that ring a bell? Your concern for Hildary is most touching, but don't you worry. Mommy Dearest isn't going to let her beloved son kick the bucket that easily. Alright, onward to Blackbrush Station. To the western Battleland. To go stop someone from zombifying all of Ulda. Feels like this is kind of wrapping up. No, I don't want a red eyeball. I don't like eyeball. Eyeball sucks. But I will take the Flying Nimbus. Phallus! We've managed to track down Miss Ellie just up ahead. Where your friends watch over where your friends watch over her as we speak. Yet, no matter how many times we try to reach out to her, she refuses so much as an answer. Needless to say, we considered physically incapacitating her, but that crate she's sitting on isn't just a makeshift chair. It's filled to the brim with the traitor's sperm. One misstep and the consequences could be dire indeed. Hey, look, it's Caveman all the way over there, on his floating, rocky horse. You're our only hope, Maroon. Even in her single-minded rage, surely the time you spent together must still count for something. You need not put yourself in undue danger. I only ask that you step forth to where your voice may be heard, and call out your friend's name. I beg of you, Maroon. Surely, if anyone can convince that woman to abandon her madness, it is you. And I've been hit with a car. Shout out Ellie to convince your friend to listen to you. Alright. To go to the destination where Briardian is. Caveman, you are in the way. Caveman, move! Thank you. No! Ellie, Ellie, where you is? I'm gonna have to give it capital E. Usually it's particular about that shit. Ellie, where you is? I'm on his best ball. Moon, I suggest you leave this place while you still can. I bear you no grudge, but should you so much as think of interfering, I'll not hesitate to turn you into a zombie. So it was you. After all, consider me disappointed. Your sister Cece is already in custody. Surrender now and I will see to it that no harm befalls her. And you go slap him. How little you understand us, Inspector. Then again, how could one be born into a life of power and privilege ever hope to understand? Cece and I have no family, no friends, no fortune, nothing. Two sisters against the world, with only our quest for justice to give us meaning. Long ago, we made a vow. Should the worst happen, our mission takes priority over all. Yes, over our own wretched lives. Do you see now? Anything I might have once had to lose, I lost long ago. Now stand down or suffer the same fate as the Uldon dogs you would defend. Ellie, stop this madness. I'm sorry, Inspector.
Zombies.
Man, look at them go. They aren't even trying to get to her. They're just writhing on the floor. There's too many of them. I wish whenever I held a hammer, my clothes would explode. Oh man, I didn't read that. All's in a day's work for Manderville. Something like that. Dude, it grows! Dude, that's some Kingdom Hearts shit right there. Nauseous. Oh. Good job. Good job, Greg. I can see Manderville doing it as a bit, but I genuinely believe she thinks his name is Greg. You only delay the inevitable. I have an entire legion of the undead at my beck and call. Face it, it's only with Inspector Hildebrand's ridiculously good fortune that you even made it this far, and he's as good as 6 fulms under. Be forewarned, girl. I know that I speak from experience when I say, underestimate Hildy, and you do so at your own peril. I am afraid you underestimate me as well. No mere splash of holy water can stave off the effects of the traitor's spurn. I fear the good inspector's luck has finally run out. Thaw's balls. Thaw's balls. That's Scottish. That's not just Scottish, that's, why, it's not Clint Eastwood. Why is Clint Eastwood coming up? It's fucking...
He's the guy who talks like this, and he plays James Bond. He's Sean Connery, and I don't know why I blanked his name.
Give me a second. Let me remember what a German accent sounds like. I've done so many accents, and I don't remember any of them.
Sean Connery. Someone's gonna have the full Connery at some point, and that's going to be grand.
Is there no end to him? I'm not liking our chances, Greg, was it? Greg, was it? No, that's not right. That's Scottish. Fuck does a German accent sound like? Those balls. It's not enthusm. There it is. I'm not liking our chances. Craig, was it? Sure, whatever. It's a shame to lose you, Maroon. Warrior of light that you are, you might yet have served one last purpose for us. Go forth, my zombie minions. Yeah, kind of like Hans Gruber, but like... I'm trying to imagine... Did I forget Alan Rickman's name, too? God damn.
Here. And now I have a machine gun. Here. Perfect.
Absolutely flawless. Turn to page 394. When darkness falls and hope fades in despair, 4 warriors born of light shall descend into the righteous glare. Bugger me, the broadsword, are my eyes to be believed? That pose. No, there are not 4 warriors of light that I see. 4 zombies of light. They are 4 gentlemen of light. But which of them gets the full Connery? And which of them gets the Rickman? Just so, my good man. Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, has just made his triumphant return. Did you miss me? Ah, no, they are just zombies. And the bald guy! Aye, we meet again, girl. I don't remember what voice I gave him. Tell me you've got my my snurble tonic, and I'll fashion myself a wig from your lovely locks after I've ripped them clean out of your bloody head.
Oh, hello there, Mr. Elazar. Core, you're looking absolutely resplendent today.
Impossible. The holy water couldn't have cured him. It did. Unfortunately, our overlord spent quite some time building an immunity to zombie powder. When we heard that Master Zombie Brand had a risk was at risk of joining the actual dead, we knew we had to take action.
He's the dweeb. I would like these guys to be. This dude in the background just vibing.
An immunity to... I'm just gonna pretend this makes any kind of sense at all.
He's just so done with everything. Okay, I know exactly which one would get which voice. I didn't expect him to actually speak. I thought they were just zombies he brought with him. If they're recurring characters, he's gonna get it. They're gonna get the Connery and the Rickman.
The game is up, Miss Ellie. Pray abandon this madness. Besides, plots of mass murder hardly suit a lady like yourself.
Okay.
It's over. It's all over, Inspector Briardian. You said there would be something you would tell me when all was through. I imagine you have no words for me now. Ellie, your powers of deduction are waning. You said that you had lost everything and everyone you had to lose, did you not? As for me, I found someone with whom I intend to never part. I care not if it takes years, even decades. When you emerge from your goal, your goal cell a free woman. I will be there. What say you?
They're just flexing in the background. Miss Ellie, the crimes perpetrated by you and your sister are unpardonable. You are far from the only ones guilty. On behalf of the syndicate, I offer my apologies for the false aspirations cast upon your ancestors. You said that the nation of Uldar was built on lies. Seeing what I have seen today, I cannot deny your words. It will not be an easy task to rewrite, nay, restore history, but know this, I will do everything in my power to bring the truth of the war. It looks so sad.
Well, this is tense. Ahem. Are we not forgetting someone here? And by someone, I mean me. If you are quite done playing Cloak and Dagger, I require Maroon's presence for the matter of far greater importance. Aye, the time of our too long delayed confrontation is nigh.
I already beat you to a pulp.
Why the long face, friend? Ah, but mayhap this will have you singing the happier tune. Could it be the treaty blade and the true one at that? And the true one at that. None other, and I have not the slightest intention of parting with it, save to the one who would defeat me in single combat. Ah, but I misspeak. It will not be single combat this time.
Is that my cue, old friend? I don't know what they look like. Meow. It's a Green Goblin. Yeah, he will talk like this.
Thal be merciful. What is this abomination? Some new breed of void scent? Abomination. I think you'll address my companion with curiosity, girl. Courtesy, girl. Ah, what was the most curious thing? There I was, hauling crates of crystals for Hildy's mother, and thinking how much better things would be if my dear friend Enkidu were here. Then came a flash from the heavens, and next thing I knew, there she was. By the gods, it makes perfect sense. Doubtless the crystals heard Greg's heartfelt plea, summoning forth his friend, nay, no mere friend, but rather the primal Enkidu. And the world has now completely and utterly ceased to be bound by the laws of logic. Maroon, you may have bested me in the past, but facing the two of us together will not prove an easy task, and yet I trust you will not shrink from the challenge. I, Enkidu, and I shall await you at Amdapur Keep.
Ah, it doesn't talk, does it?
'Tis a way from here, but what better venue for our climactic confrontation? If you would claim the treaty blade, then claim it from me as a warrior. To the skies, Enkidu, to the skies.
So it is like, is that the chicken he painted green, or...
2 against 1, that's not very gentlemanly of you, Greg. Come, Maroon, to Amdapur.
This is a grave development indeed. To think that one man could summon a primal on his own. I must send word to the Scions at once. Nah, it's fine. I got this. I kill these things for breakfast. Oh, but of course, I had not forgotten we had the Warrior of Light in our very midst. Please, Maroon, you are our only hope to slay the primal and reclaim that blade. Alright. Oh, rocking that mech, I see Gambler, who's also doing this, apparently. Hey, kidman. In your car. Being in my way? Well, if it isn't Heman! Warrior of the South! None of that made any sense. They're just a voice I was doing. Class, are you a wheat farmer? Have you bought... Hey, I'm in the car now. Gentlemanly forth. Sally forth, caveman. Yeah. Where am I going? I'm lost. I'm unlost. We might be doing a thing. I have to speak to Hildebrand first. And then we do the thing. It will take mere seconds. Ah, he's dead.
Is that you, Maroon? Pray forgive me. I was right on Greg's tail when I encountered a subterranean curiosity that demanded my immediate attention. I will be concluding my investigation forthwith, but in the meantime, might I trouble you to entertain Greg and his primal friend in my stead? Together we will reclaim the Trinity Blade from that knave, Maroon. Yes, just go on ahead. I'll be along directly.
Alright, caveman. Let's join that thing. We gotta do the battle in the big keep. It's time. I wonder if I can. I think since you're the party leader, you have to do it. Yeah. He's not here. He's not here yet. I've long since beat him here. Caveman. 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 Can you hear me? We got to go fight Greg. It's time to fight Greg. Oh, shit. I fell off the cliff. Stupid cliff. I'm doing a bit. It's time to fight Greg. Time to fight Greg. We gotta put Greg in his place. With a party of other players. Enter battle in the Big Keep. What am I doing? You can mention the Battle of the Big Keep. With party of other players. Oh, okay. Going to the Big Keep. Battle of the Big Keep. Let's see. How do I do that thing where I make it so that it doesn't restrict my level? Caveman's got to do it because I don't know how. Unrestricted party, probably. News meeting without meeting them. Little sync. Disabled for the role. Okay, cool. Inform. Battle of the Big Keep. Join. Yeah, you have to do it. I messaged him. We'll see if he can do it. I lost where he went.
I forgot where I came from.
Oh wait, I can. No, I can't. Yes, I can. No, I can't. Yes, I can. No, I can't. Cool. He's the party leader. He has to do it. Gonna do my little dance. Gonna play with my emotes. I have explosives. I have many explosives. Hey! Yes. Let's fight them. Wait a second. Oh yeah, I can do this. I'm gonna do this. This is probably gonna do it. Bam! Why didn't you die? It's not fair. You're supposed to be dead. There we go. He's dead. Hey! I don't think I even have that. Go through the portal. I want it. I got it. I got the Enkidu. I can't believe I didn't have that. Ah, it's his old friend Enkidu.
Defeated yet again. Not. Ha! I lied again. Like
Okay, what?
You can take that fussy old blade for all I care. I trust for true power and not save the strongest sword would ever. Warrior of Light, you have proven worthy opponent, but I warn you, treasure every moment with your weapon. For as your days follow, the hour will come when I claim it as my own, till we meet again.
Come on, don't do it at the pace that it's... Don't do it at a pace like it's voiced and then not voice it and then make it really fast. I gotta read that, you know. It's like this game doesn't even realize I'm trying to read out loud like a person who can't read. Is one of those wisps actually gonna try and attack me? It's level 3. Come on, dude. You know better.
Whoa, Maroon, have you seen Greg and his oversized avian companion? Lead me to them at once and we shall deliver the coup de grace together.
I beat them already.
The battle has already been won. That is a triumphant news indeed. Clearly the lessons you have learned from me have not been for naught. And what's this you say? The treaty blade lies hidden somewhere in a nearby wood? Worry not, my ever-loyal associate, for no buried treasure will escape the keen eye of Hildebrand, agent of inquiry and inspector extraordinaire. Now which way was your forest again?
And there's one shiny knight. Maroon, what news of the primal and the treaty blade? Dead and dead. Remarkable! I knew the warrior of light would emerge triumphant. Let us hope the Inspector Hildebrand enjoys similar success in finding the blade. Nope. No, that's Sean Connery. Stop. Let me see. I gotta search my brain computer. And by that I mean the desk that is a pile of crap that is my brain. Nope, that's Sean Connery again. Put that one down. Pick up the German accent. Oh, it's a German accent. Such design, such craftsmanship, once bold and powerful, yet sensitive and refined. I believe I've found the inspiration for my next masterpiece. Of course they're beautiful. They were the greatest treasure lost in Silda. To think that they were locked away with the vaults that destroyed our homeland and dragged our ancestors' name through the mud. And just how did you come to know of these long-lost relics? I don't want to do a French accent again. I do. Give me a second. There was an ancient scroll passed down our family left to us by the dear grandmother. It spoke of the 4 warriors of light and their 4 relics and an incantation of untold power. If we could have wielded the magic of the legends, Ellie and I might have still had the loved love. Alas, speaking the such different voices. Alas, speaking the words had no effect. Only a warrior of light can wield the power, and so the legend goes. Ah, what I wouldn't have given to see it. The ultimate achievement of the greatest mage in this realm has ever known. And just what sort of incantation is this? The ring casts open the door of justice. The wise man whispers a verdict true. Azima's virtue shines down from the heavens. That's all I remember. To complete the incantation, the warrior of light would then hold forth the Trinity blade and speak. Blade in hand, I swear unto you. The legend differs as to what happens next, but all speak of a great holy radiance shining down from the heavens. Over here! Oh, no, that's not...
Over here, friends! Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, returns with tidings most triumphant. I have found the sword.
He's running with it! Ah.
Behold, safe in my hands, none other than the treaty blade, and the real one this time, I swear unto you.
Yes, yes, just like that. I swear unto you, then... He accidentally did the ritual.
My word, whatever is this odd tingling sensation?
Ridiculous. Hildebrand isn't a warrior of light. He's just some fool who thought he could stop a lesser moon with his own bare hands. When did that happen?
It would seem the Trinity Blade is just as confused as the rest of us.
No. The light! Someone stop it! I won't stand to see the legendary power of our forefathers wielded by this muscle-bound Vihun.
Really gotta lay it on thick like molasses. Just absolutely slather in French molasses. Those fucking faces. That works.
Skyward ho!
Nah, he's dead now.
No, he is not. Well, I dare say that provided to be the most useful incantation indeed. And so the light of justice that shone from the Trinity Blade banished the shadow, returning peace to the land. So the legend ended. I must say, I never expected it to be quite a literal beam of light. I suppose it would have been much. I suppose it wouldn't have been much use to us after all.
Inspector! Oh, Inspector, wait for me! Those... Fuck, she has a Scottish accent. Those balls, Hildy. First you almost die from your poor mother's feet, and now you fly off to God knows where without even giving her a kiss goodbye. Ho ho ho. It appears just like the case. So that's also that's fucking Connery again. What does a German accent sound like? Oh, she can't. Oh, sorry. Ho ho ho! It appears as though the case of Manderville has once again struck Hildebrand, as it has many Manderville men before him. Godspeed, my boy. No, that's Scottish. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Be patient with me. It takes me a while to learn what a German accent sounds like. Ho ho ho! It appears that the case of the Vanderlust has once again struck Hildebrand, as it has many a Manderville man before him. Godspeed, my boy. When the day comes for you to tire your mystery-solving ways, your dear old man will be here to pass on to you the family art. So, in the end, the Sildon incantation of legend was wielded by not by a warrior of light, but a gentleman of light? Well, the Trinity Blade is some 6 centuries old after all. Perhaps it's not quite as sharp as it used to be. Damn, doing these accents back to back is still so fucking hard. But it's very fun. The magic that brought peace and happiness to the people of Belladia, it was every bit as beautiful as I imagined. To think I would see it with my own eyes, it's nothing short of a dream come true. He bumbles and stumbles through yet another case, and he still manages to make a girl's dream come true. A gentleman to the end, the bloody bastard. There he goes. Better. Even better. Was this a glint in the corner of my eye, a curious scent wafting in the winds from the far-flung lands? Do I smell a case? That's also pretty good. I'm gonna have a hard time picking a thumbnail again. Worry not for me, my friends, for wherever the wronged want for succor, I, Hildebrand, shall be there. There were other words too, but it stopped before I could read them all. Her last vow. Alright, was this the end of the arc? Because I am beat and I'm ready to wrap this up. It was! Okay, cool. He's moonwalking. No, Nashu's moonwalking.
Hildebrand will return. But when?
No narration this time? Oh, no, here we go. Whack. You don't say. Well, that's fine with you, friend. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here for tonight. I hope you enjoyed your stream, or hope you enjoyed my stream as much as I did. We were very gentlemanly. It's time for... I left a trigger screenshot. Alright. Where is it? There it is. Alright. Damn it! Alright. Thank you for joining my stream, and have a great rest of your day.